And good evening to you. Welcome to high school football action on Central Illinois Sports, live tonight from Auburn, Illinois, as the Auburn Trojans at 4-2 welcome the 0-6 Pittsfield Sockies. Alongside Justin Poore and John Hull, I'm Charlie Hull. This is the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports and Week 7 of the high school football season. And, you know, it's starting to feel a little bit like fall out tonight, guys, with the wind blowing across the field and some cooler temperatures, and it feels like football weather, and we hope to have a good contest here tonight. The Sockies, of course, coming off of a loss last week, 28-26 to Pleasant Plains. Auburn on the other side of things, well, they won pretty handily, 48-7 over Riverton, trying to keep their winning streak going. 2 in a row now for the Trojans, and trying to win that elusive 5th game. That would help make them more than likely qualified for the state playoffs. We'll talk more about the matchup, what else is going on around the Sangamo Conference and the area. It's all coming your way on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show after this.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Back with you on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show with locations in Pittsfield, Berry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to serve all of your banking needs close to where you live. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. The Pittsfield Sockies and the Auburn Trojans for you tonight on Central Illinois Sports, as these two teams have they've played a couple of good games. The Sockies got the Trojans a couple of years ago when they went 4-5. For the most part, though, Auburn has been pretty dominant in this matchup of these two Sangamo Conference teams, and they're off to another nice start on their season at 4-2. Ryan Gardner's squad trying to get their 5th win here tonight. Tough ones to finish out the season for this squad from Auburn, as they go to Stanford Olympia next week and then home against Williamsville in Week 9. Not saying the Trojans can't beat either one of those teams, but obviously a tougher task than what they've seen the last 2 weeks with Porta and Riverton, and now the Sockies here in town. For the Pittsfield squad, of course, we told you that 28-26 loss last week to Pleasant Plains. Game of Sockies had a chance to tie it up with a 2-point conversion. It fell short. Pittsfield actually had the lead several times in the game. Plains always had an answer, and the Sockies moved to 0-6 on the season. It was the highest point total of the season for the Sockies at 26 points, and broke a streak of consecutive games with 0 points scored, as they were shut out by both New Berlin and Moreau Forsyth in the weeks before. The Sockies finished out the season. Final home game next week against Porta before going on the road in Week 9 at Riverton. Sangamon Conference standings at this point. Moreau Forsyth is your conference champion. They're 6-0 on the year. They've already claimed that conference championship, so congratulations to them. Athens is second at 5-1 with Williamsville, both of them 5-1 on the season. Auburn and Stanford Olympia both 4-2. New Berlin's 3-3, as is Pleasant Plains. And then Porta, Pittsfield, and Riverton at the bottom, each 0-6 on the year. Elsewhere in the Sangamo Conference tonight, Athens is at New Berlin. Moreau Forsyth is playing host to Williamsville in a premier matchup of Sangamo Conference action. We can also tell you that Riverton is on the road at Porta this evening, and Plains is playing host to Stanford Olympia. So some good matchups to look out for and follow along throughout the evening, and we certainly hope you will spend your evening with us. We'll keep you up to date on some of those other scores as they come in. We can also tell you Camp Point Central and Triopia are playing tonight. That's another game you can watch live on Central Illinois Sports. Jack, Tim, Bob, Ray, and Phoenix Bacon on the broadcast for you there. Other games of interest from around the area, Pleasant Hill and Calhoun in the Oaken Bucket game at Pleasant Hill tonight. Rushville is home against Oneida Rova. Quincy Senior High, their farthest road trip of the year. They head about 2.5 hours north to Sterling and trying to move to 7-0 for the first time in school history with a win there tonight. Carrollton and Greenfield in a good rivalry matchup at Carrollton. It looks like Greenfield is quite the favorite in that contest. Minton Unity and Beardstown playing at Beardstown tonight. Route will be in action tomorrow as they're playing a 1 o'clock contest at home at Bob Friesen Field. Here it's the Pittsfield Sockies and the Auburn Trojans. The captains, coaches, and referees are meeting at midfield to conduct the coin toss. We'll tell you the results of that. We'll also have a visit with Socky head coach Zach Ferguson. It's all coming your way next on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
Once or twice a year, I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
Yeah.
What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
Golf course has been around since 1957. When we looked at doing the deck outside, we looked at a lot of different options, but everything led back to Pike County Lumber. We looked at quality, price, and service. We wound up going with Tamco, composite decking. Pike County Lumber was great to work with.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Visiting with Socky head coach Zach Ferguson in preparation of tonight's contest against the Auburn Trojans. And Coach, you take a look at this Auburn program, and after Coach Bates retired now several years ago, it took a little bit of a dip, but they're on a really nice trajectory back to where this program has been.
Yeah, Ryan did a really good job, kind of building it back up, and they're a solid program, solid athletes, and it's one of those things where they're always going to be right in the hunt for those playoff spots in this conference.
The thing about Auburn was they were running the spread before almost anybody else,
Right.
and it's really what their bread and butter is.
Yeah, and last couple of years they've been more of a run dominant spread type team, and then this year they're more of a pass dominant team. So that's the beauty of the spread, where you can kind of adjust it to fit your strengths and your needs, and they've continued to do a really good job of that on their offensive side the last 2 years. So it's one of those things where people think the spread is kind of a finesse offense. It doesn't have to be, but it also allows to get your athletes into space, and they're using that right now.
I think one of the things you always can count on with Auburn, too, is just the physicality their kids bring to the game.
Yeah, it's going to be a physical game. Last week our kids were super physical. I think they're going to be fit. Their D-line and linebackers are always very physical, so we're going to have to, match that and try to exceed it, and so we can get some stuff moving. And, defensive-wise, we're going to have to be physical to stop the run stuff.
A close game a week ago, kind of a heartbreaker, with a 2-point conversion that could have sent the game to overtime. How did your kids respond this week in practice to that?
I thought, coverage was an issue last week, has been for a couple weeks. We really kind of broke it down for them this week, and we did see quite a bit of improvement. We're looking forward, hopefully, to see them apply that to Auburn tonight. That's a hard loss. When you face kind of some of the adversity we faced, and battled back and had a lead and lost the lead, and then score and go for two, and it was one of those things where I was second guessing myself after the call for a long time, because that play had been working all night and they just sniffed it out. So it's one of those things where our kids battled, and they understood that we should have won, and I think they were pretty excited to go tonight.
The thing about it is, when you're not used to winning, you get in those close games sometimes, and you don't really know, hey, this is what we need to do. And so those are really key learning experiences, because now your kids know, how close they were to making that happen.
Yeah, and that's what we watched the film, we talked about, especially a 2-point conversion, where, one little thing honestly changed on the defensive side, where they changed how they gave us a look, and it kind of messed with us. And that kid ended up making the tackle. So it's one of those things where, it was a good learning experience, and we really kind of broke down the film and applied it to practice this week on what we want to run, and, why we block it a certain way and how we're going to block it this week. So, we're going to try to really kind of run the ball again in different sets, and, use our passing game to kind of, keep them out of the box.
It's interesting when you talk about watching film. You've got, I think, around 60-some guys out this year. I'm going to guess less than half those guys are very avid watchers of the game of football. So when you're watching film, some of them are really watching some of that stuff for the first time.
Right, yeah, it is. And, we do have a really good group of our varsity kids, and it's a lot of them who, because I can track how much time they watch on Huddle, and there's a good group of our kids that watch it on their own, but then, the difference is, are they watching it to learn, or are they just watching it to watch it? And then that's what we use our film for, to kind of really break down what they need to be looking at as far as their technique and, stuff like that. So, as you said, a lot of kids, it is their first time watching it. So it is important to, for them to see that visual representation of what you're teaching, and then apply it to the game.
Yeah, a lot of success running the ball last week. You and I have talked about, there'll be a lot of people that say, why don't you just do that all the time? It's not quite that easy.
No, it's not. We look at, I basically, my philosophy is we're going to do what works. And last week we got into it, it worked, and we kept with it. We were bigger than them up front, and we were able to our kids did a really good job of being physical up front. This week they're going to be as big or bigger than us, so we're going to have to kind of mix and match some stuff. We're still going to try to run the ball and do some of the same things we did last week, but sometimes when you're different teams you play, they're going to take, I guarantee Auburn's going to try to take that away when we get in it, so we're going to have to be able to do something else to kind of counter that.
And you've seen some guys come in. I think Taylor Graham had a tremendous catch. I think that was last week still.
Yep, great catch.
You've got some guys that are kind of pushing from that sophomore class who are starting to push more for more varsity minutes. I know Taylor, Caden, Hayden. You got a lot of guys that are kind of working their way in.
Yeah, those guys have earned the spots. They competed all year, and that's why I tell the guys all the time, you never know when your opportunity is going to show up, and when you get the chance to, take advantage of it, you got to. So, Caden played a pretty good game. Taylor, he played a good game. Carter Frazier has really kind of started to come into his own. Luke Archer's getting more reps, and Jesse had a great game last week, running the ball hard. So we're having some younger guys really step up, and that's going to really help us moving into the future.
Well, and you're seeing those younger guys on Mondays, with the exception of Williamsville, and you don't play a couple of the other opponents because of the distance, but for the most part, they've been fairly dominant playing guys at their own level.
Yeah, they have been, and that's something, we try not to overdo it, where if they play offense on varsity, they only play defense on JV kind of thing, and kind of to be ethical to the other teams. But, they're having a good season, and it's just going to help them prepare.
We talked about, obviously there's no, playoffs on the horizon, but it is always fun to kind of play spoiler, and you have an opportunity to do that tonight.
Yeah, that's been our message all week is, if we win this, they're probably not going to make the playoffs, and it's their homecoming. So, there's been plenty of motivation for the kids, and the kids have kind of responded pretty well to that challenge. And, it's one of those things where they're going to be fired up because it's their homecoming, and, we got to kind of weather the storm to begin with, and then kind of settle in and do what we do.
One last thing, I think people obviously look at, win-loss record and use that as a measurement for, how much the program has improved in a year. But I look back and, a season ago, there were a ton of penalties, like on the offensive line, for example, holding, that sort of thing. You were having a lot of, unsportsmanlike, that sort of thing. A lot of those things have really cleaned up this year. And I think you can look at that. It didn't happen by accident.
Right. No, it did not. It's been a lot of work on the coaches' parts, a lot of consequences on our parts, where the kids have had consequences for those. As you said, penalties have gone down. I think last week was probably the most penalized we've been all season. But penalties, emotional penalties, have gone away. We're not, responding. Last week we got Pleasant Plains got a personal foul. Our kids protected each other, but didn't escalate the situation. So, and we talked about that's how you properly do that. So it's gonna, moving forward, it's one of those things where it's, we have almost 1,000 yards rushing as a team right now. So that, last year we had 500 total through the whole season. So, we're making steps, but when you're playing the quality opponents that we're playing, it's going to take a little bit to get to their level.
That's Sock head coach Zach Ferguson. We're back after this break on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Welcome back to the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. The Trojans of Auburn and the Pittsfield Sockies here tonight. Let's go ahead and meet our starting lineups for both of these teams. Starting lineups, as always, are brought to you by Farm and Home Supply. Farm snacks and hoodies to power tools and lawn chairs. No other place has it all like your local Farm and Home Supply. Learn more at farmandhomesupply.com. Well, Zach Ferguson's Pittsfield Sockies are 0-6 on the season. And tonight they'll start the following up front. Dax Nutter starts at center. He's a 5'10", 275-pound junior. At the left guard is Jaron White, the 6'4", 285-pound junior. And at the left tackle is Tracer Mallon, the 6'2", 240-pound junior. At the right guard is Owen Shaw, the 6'1", 200-pound junior. And the right tackle is Zane Perry, the 6'3", 240-pound sophomore. At wideouts for the Sockies this evening, Justin Pinnock, the 6'2", 130-pound senior. Carter Frazier, a 5'11", 150-pound junior. And Taylor Graham, the 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. Lane Foster starts in the backfield for the Sockies. He's 5'9", 130 pounds and a junior. And the quarterback is Javen Petty, the 6'1", 175-pound senior. For the Auburn Trojans, 4-2 under head coach Ryan Gardner. And they'll start the following. Let's meet the guys up front. First of all, Mason Marquette starts on the offensive line. He's 6'1", 250 pounds and a junior. Also on the offensive line, a sophomore, Eric Brandon. He's 6 foot, 223 pounds. Joey Barrow starts in the offensive line. He's a senior. He is 5 foot 9 inches, 212 pounds. Also, we have Juan Garan. He's a senior, 5'11", 215 pounds and a senior. And then Jeff Cocaine rounds out the line for Auburn. He is 6'1", 200 pounds and a junior. At the wideout spots for Auburn, Sawyer Smith, the 6'2", 185-pound senior. Also the wideout position this evening, Grant Dobson, the 5 foot 9 inch, 152-pound senior. Clayton DiNardo plays a wideout spot. He's 6 foot, 176 pounds and a senior. Carter Hunley rounds out the wide receiver positions. Hunley is 5'11" and 171 pounds and a junior. At the running back is Caden Venrick. Venrick is 5 foot 9 inches, 193 pounds, and the quarterback is the 6'1", 174-pound senior in Talon Kern. That's a look at the Farm and Home Supplies starting lineups. We're getting closer to kickoff from Auburn. Hope you'll stay tuned on Central Illinois Sports.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
Prairie Land FS provides complete seed and application service. Our trained energy specialist, along with our crop specialist, can help you take your farming to the next level. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
Whether it's for work or play, we got something for the fall on sale right now at your local Farm Home Supply now through October 8th. In power equipment, we got top brands on sale like Steel, DeWalt, and Echo. If you're looking to relax in the backyard, we've got $30 off this lounge chair, $100 off this Blackstone grill, and $40 off this fire pit. If you've got more work to do on the yard, we've got plenty of grass seed on sale, plus save 60% on this 30-inch rake. View these deals and more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Welcome back on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. The Auburn Trojans and the Pittsfield Sockies here in a nice fall atmosphere. Beautiful facility here at Auburn. Grass field. Still one of the few in the Sangamo with real grass, but they keep it looking nice here and always have. Their facilities in tip-top shape here in Trojan country, and we always appreciate them making us feel so welcome here. Want to remind you, our scoreboard sponsor throughout the evening will be PCRE Real Estate and Auction, your #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois and Northeastern Missouri. If you're looking to buy, sell, or auction farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property, you've come to the right place. Learn more at PCRErealestate.com or call 217-285-5800. Auburn and Pittsfield. Auburn will be in the blue uniforms, the blue tops, blue pants, white numbers. The Sockies are in the white uniforms tonight with the red pants and red numbers. We believe Pittsfield won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they'll be kicking off to start the contest tonight. And we'll have that for you in just a moment after the final break of the Great Rivers Bank pregame show.
Pressure's on You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Pressure's on You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Pressure's on You, 506 West Wood, Camp Point, Illinois.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the largest selection of gun safes in the tri-state area. That's right, everything from the vaults, vault doors, and safe accessories. Only the quality brands like Fort Knox, American Security, Browning, and Liberty. Come in and check out the displays or go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection online as well.
Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
We're passionate about the outdoors.
I'm not sure if there's a better checking account around.
We will pay the highest checking account interest rate that we have right now. It is a very generous 4.07 APY.
As far as ID Secure goes,
it gives you protection with credit monitoring. So the peace of mind of that's very nice.
Well, We've been corrected. It looks like the Sakis are actually going to be receiving to start the night tonight. And so John swears they still won the toss.
And deferred, so I don't understand.
But we'll say that John was wrong because that would be normal.
It's what the man signaled.
Sure, John. We believe you. Everyone on this side of the room believes you.
If we would have had it live, we could have looked back, but we didn't do that.
The Sakis have 3 men back deep. Carter Frazier is back there, along with McKelvey Moore. And the third man back deep for the Sakis is Jaden Moore. The kicker will be Grant Dobson for Auburn. Sit back and enjoy high school football action on Central Illinois Sports. Dobson ready to kick this one off for Auburn. And we're underway in week 7 of Illinois high school football. Low kick, hit on the ground, and going to be dove on by Tucker Cook at around the 31-yard line. And that's where the Sakis will start 1st and 10 at their own 31. 11:59 to play here in the game's opening quarter.
So, Charlie, now we get to find out, are the Sakis going to run the spread, or are they going to run the eye that they ran the ball very well out of last week?
Well, Zach Ferguson talked about that in the pregame show, John. If you remember right, he said that they were going to try to spread Auburn's athletes out a little bit. They really were high on this Auburn defensive line. It didn't feel like they'd have the same type of consistent success. So here they come in the spread. 2 receivers wide to the right in Archer and Frazier. Petty's in the shotgun. He will fake the handoff, keep it himself on a broken play. Left side, still on his feet. Up across the 35 is where he'll be pushed out of bounds. And the referee will give us an odd signal. It looks like he's right at the 35, a gain of 4 on the play. And this will bring up a 2nd down and 6. Referee, the way he signaled, looked like he was looking for a flag. I'm not exactly sure what was going on there. Did want to update you. We learned a new rule over the weekend. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. Petty's in the shotgun. Edwards stands to his right, 2 receivers wide left. Single man way out here is Taylor Graham, the sophomore wide receiver. On a 2nd and 6, they hand it off to Edwards, and he is kerplunked to the backfield by Dobson. Lost back to the 31-yard line, so lose all 4 of those yards back that they just gained, and this will bring up a 3rd down and 10.
To say the blocking broke down that time, and he was handed the ball by Petty because Petty didn't want to get tackled with it.
Yeah, it was right on top of him. In a hurry that time, as the offense is at a 3rd and 10 now, closer to 11 possibly. Trips right, single receiver to the left. The wind is whipping across the field. Could make it an interesting passing night. Petty will throw it. Intended receiver was Carter Frazier. It would have been behind the sticks anyway. Stops the clock and brings up a 4th and 10. What we wanted to tell you we learned is holding, thank you to the National Federation of High Schools, has become a foul. If it happens behind the line of scrimmage, it goes from the line of scrimmage, no longer a spot. Past the line of scrimmage, it still is a spot foul because it would have continued to create insurmountable distances if you were caught holding, say, 10 yards in the backfield.
Or because the reason that Jack would tell you is because they have a conference every year and they have to do something.
My solution would be don't get caught holding 10 yards in the backfield. There's a punt by Cook. It's going to roll right out of bounds of the 42, and a penalty flag flies right here at the end as well. And we'll see what that is about in a moment from the official on this side of things. Didn't really see a lot one way or the other there.
Didn't look like there was even that much contact in that area necessarily.
Could be one of those sideline warnings possibly. The official will tell us what.
Well, he's going to signal to that side, so we're going to have to block in the back is what I believe he's called.
Yep.
Okay. On a ball that went out of bounds, a block in the back, 10-yard penalty, so that will move it back to the 32-yard line. And that's where the Trojans will start 1st and 10, 11:07 to play here in the first. Railnet and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, benches, and much, much more. Stop by and see Rick and Tracy Reel and their staff at Railnet and Twine. So Talon Kern and company come to the line here. The running back stands just to his left in the shotgun. Claps his hands, looks to the sideline. 3 receivers are wide right and a single man at the bottom of your screen to the left. Kern will turn and throw the little bubble screen out to the right-hand side. Has it completed. Man still on his feet across the 40, 45, and finally dragged down near the 50-yard line. That was Sawyer Smith on the play. An 18-yard pickup and a 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Good catch and run that time by Smith. And Auburn on their first offensive play of this contest. So a fresh set of downs, ball right at midfield. 10:50 and counting in the game's opening quarters. The Sockies had a quick 3 and out. Kern is back to pass again. Stands tall in the pocket, now is flushed out. Running to his right, throwing on the run. Looks like he's hit his intended receiver in Carter Hundley. Hundley will catch it inside the 45 near the 44-yard line. A pickup of 6 yards on the play. Brings up a second down and 6. So a couple of passes to start the game for Auburn. Call it more like a 2nd and 5 even.
Auburn's going to run a tight set now.
Kern is under center. He will hand it off to the running back. Spins away from the would-be tackler. That's Grant Dobson, and Dobson's going to run down near the 40-yard line. Looks like he has enough for a first down. And though depending on the spot, he will. He'll gain 5 on the play and bring up a 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Dobson showing that he's quite the versatile player. Played some defensive end kicks and also playing the running back spot a bit tonight. He is a 6'2", 209-pound senior for this squad.
Here's their leading tackler.
Kern back to pass. Hits Smith. Smith on the scamper now as he gets a block out in front. Has another first down as he's all the way down to the 25-yard line. A pickup of 15 yards and another 1st and 10 for Auburn as they're moving quickly down the field on the Socky defense here.
Definitely finding some rhythm is the Auburn offense.
Easy for you to say.
Tried to make it all one word there as Auburn offense.
Trips right. Single receiver to the left-hand side for the Trojans. They're trying to get the chain set. Here's Kern back to pass. Looking to his right. Looking down the middle for it. The end zone, and he'll have his man for the touchdown. This time finds Carter Hundley on a 25-yard touchdown pass, and just like that, Auburn takes an early 6-0 lead. Was looking right the entire time, and then Hundley on a little deep slant, it looked like there. Got right back to the middle of the field and made a nice catch for the game's first touchdown. 6-0 Trojans on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. And let's see if they want to go for it, too, or bring on the kicker for the extra point attempt. It looks like that young man has a block in his hand, doesn't he? No?
I thought he did, but maybe not.
They're going to line up in the I formation here.
No, they're going to kick, Charlie.
Well, how about the quarterback under center? They won't. I guarantee it, sweetheart. That will be awkward.
It would be.
Kern is going to pitch it to Dobson. Dobson outside, and he'll walk in nearly untouched for the 2-point try, and Auburn's lead extends to 8-0. So the Trojans strike first after shutting out the Sockies offense quickly. They complete a 25-yard pass play for the game's first touchdown. The 2-point try is good, and with 9:42 to play in the first, it's Auburn 8, Pittsfield 0.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Well, the Trojans strike first as Kern finds Hundley on a 25-yard touchdown pass. 2-point try was good, and Auburn takes an early 8-0 lead. Trojans on to kick off again. They were just out there a moment ago as the Socky offense had the ball for less than a minute of game time. The Trojans didn't take much time either. They started with 11:27 to play and finished with 9:42 left, so just a minute and a half with the ball in their hands as well. Here is Dobson to kick off once again. Another low-line drive kick. The Sockies will have the man in the back line. Carter Frazier miss it. He'll have to retreat and pick up the ball and see what he can make out of this one here. At the 10, now tripped up near the 12. And that's where the Sockies will start first and 10 deep in their own territory with 9 minutes 37 seconds to play in the game's opening quarter.
Yeah, tough field position for sure that time as the ball just kind of bounced funny and bounced away from Frazier that time, and he just couldn't quite find a handle.
So a first and 10 for Pittsfield, deep in their own territory. I want to remind you about Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. every Monday through Saturday, except for tomorrow when they're closed. You'll find Illini Express on the south side of the square in Pittsfield. Learn more at IlliniHospital.org. First and 10 as the Sockies go under center this time. Hand the ball right up the gut to Jesse Davidsmeyer. Not much there, so he'll get a gain of a yard on the play to the 13. It'll be a 2nd down and 9. Second and 9. Davidsmeyer had a nice game a week ago, over 100 yards rushing against Pleasant Plains in the 28-26 loss for the Sockies. Petty looks to the sideline for the play call. I formation, Davidsmeyer and Edwards behind the quarterback Petty, who is under center. Lines up, takes the snap. Going to run the option. Pitches it out here to Edwards. Edwards looking for a corner. 20-yard line, 25. Going to be ridden out of bounds near the 30-yard line. That'll be enough for a Saukey first down on a 17-yard option play to Matthew Edwards in Pittsfield with their first down of this contest.
Get Edwards the ball in space and get a first down there. Give him a little breathing room.
So the first time the Sockies have moved the chains tonight. Clock stopped as Edwards went out of bounds. 8:55 to play here in the first. Double tight set in the I formation once again. Archer moves to the left-hand side. Here's a deep handoff to Edwards, and not much there along the left side of the line this time, as he'll get back to the 30-yard line. No loss, no gain on the play. A second down and 10 as Dobson in on the stop for the squad from Auburn.
Yeah, that side of the line just didn't get much push that time.
Auburn's defensive front is good, a four-man front. Dobson has been a little bit of a wrecking ball so far in this one.
Said he leads the team with 39 tackles as the Auburn Trojans jump off sides right there.
Mason Marquette got a little excited. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Move Pittsfield up to the 35-yard line for a second down and 5. 34, that looks like. Huh. That was just last week. See where the down marker is? It's 2nd and 6. No matter how you look at it.
Everybody's legs are a little shorter than they thought.
Everybody clap your hands. Deep handoff to Edwards, looking for a running room. Finds a little bit of a seam. Gets across the 37 near the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play. It's a 3rd and 2 situation for Pittsfield here. So a 3rd and 2, but this offensive possession for the Sockies has already taken more time than their first series as they've kept the ball on the ground. If they can convert here, keep things moving, well, that would be good if you're a Pittsfield fan, wouldn't it?
Did a real good job to open up the first line there. Got all the way down to the linebackers for Edwards got a hit on that last run.
Petty sets up under center. Calls the snap, takes it himself right up the middle. Looks like he has the
he definitely
yardage
has it,
gain.
yeah.
Now he gets pushed backwards, but not before he has the first down to the 41-yard line, a gain of 3, and a Pittsfield 1st and 10. Petty had some success running that play a week ago.
He needed 1, and he got 3. Kind of overran the blockers, and all of a sudden he was out there in the middle of nowhere, no man's land.
I only see blue.
Wait, how did I get here?
Almost 4 yards, actually, as it's down to the 42. 1st and 10, clock moving. 7:29 to play in the first. Auburn struck early, 8-0 on the PCRE scoreboard. Here's Petty, hands it off, and the delayed handoff to Edwards. He got tackled as the man won the one-on-one battle with White that time. A loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11.
No gain.
Oh, okay, Justin. They gave him forward progress.
Evidently. He fell forward.
Not seen Lane Foster run the ball yet tonight. The most dynamic player on the sideline for the Sockies. Here's a couple of receivers now splitting out wide to either side on a 2nd and 10 from the 42.
Still on the sideline.
Davidsmeyer in the backfield now.
Petty takes the snap, hands it off to Davidsmeyer. He bounces off of the first tackler and dives on his back right at the end near the 44-yard line. A gain of a couple on the play, and this will bring up a 3rd down and 8.
I guess the thought there was he kind of spread out that set of defenders a little bit, but
I guess. Auburn's defensive line, though, winning the one-on-one.
That's who's tackling, though.
Yeah, they're winning the one-on-one battles up front. Therefore, they're still winning the one-on-one battles up front on a 3rd and 8 here. 6:17 and counting in the first. Petty calls out the signals. Now looks to the sideline to Zach Ferguson for the play call.
10 seconds on the play clock.
Moves Davidsmeyer to his right. Javen Petty is back to pass, looking for Taylor Graham. Graham has the catch, scampers forward, out near the first down marker.
All depends on the spot. It's very close.
I don't know, boys and girls. I'll tell you right now, though, Pittsfield going to get the first down here as they'll get it to the 47-yard line. A gain on the play of 9 yards and a 1st and 10 for the Sockies. But Zane Perry sure was a long way down the field there. I think you'll see that in a moment on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay. We'll take a look at that after we see this play here. Petty on the shotgun once again. Auburn's looking like they're going to bring the blitz. They put Archer in motion for the jet sweep. He will be tackled in the backfield, and one of the least surprising things you'll ever see. And let's look at the Northwestern Mutual instant replay on that catch and run to Graham. You'll see Graham on the slot here, or on the outside. Look how far down the field Perry was. So that should have been an ineligible receiver downfield. Pittsfield got away with that one there.
Maybe it was ineligible. Maybe it was a tackle eligible, Charlie.
I don't think so. They lost back to the 49, Justin. It's a 2nd and 12.
It is your favorite play, Charlie, isn't it?
You're nicer than me. I gave him -3.
You're just more negative than I am.
That's hard to believe.
Sorry, Luke.
5:03 and counting here in the first period. They'll hand it off to Edwards. Has a whole hand, hits it with head of steam now. He gets picked up and driven down near the 43-yard line. A gain on the play of 6 yards. And this will bring up a 3rd down and 6. So a 3rd and 6. The Sockies, if you can get a couple of yards on this play, would have something to think about at least.
Getting close to being in 4-down territory.
Close, as they say, though, Justin, only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. So you want to get more than close if you're Pittsfield here. I like that little RPO they threw out there the last time around. Now they have 2 receivers to the left, a single man to the right. Edwards is the back. Petty stands right on the big A in the middle of this field, standing for Auburn. Hands it off to Edwards, and he gets met very quickly in the backfield by Grant Dobson, who again won that one-on-one battle there. Back to the 46-yard line, a loss of 3, and the Sockies will be forced to punt on this 4th and 9.
That handoff was not very clean. I thought Edwards was lucky to hold on to the ball there.
Dobson has been in the backfield almost by the time the ball is snapped, and he's pretty disciplined up front, too. He's not one of those guys you'll get to jump off sides very much. He's a very, very good player, and there's a reason that young man has been the leading tackler around the season. Here's a punt by Cook. High kick headed toward the sideline as he had some pressure early. Takes a good Pittsfield bounce and will roll dead right at the 20-yard line, and that's where the Trojans will start 1st and 10 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds to play in the first. A drive for Pittsfield that took nearly 6 minutes off the clock, and even though you come away empty-handed, Justin, Auburn doesn't have the ball in their hands during that time with an opportunity to score.
Yeah, now we need to figure out a way to stop them on defense. Dobson nearly got in there and got a hand on that punt.
It was very close, man. He's really kind of a one-man wrecking ball right now.
So I wonder if you couldn't run like a middle screen there. As much as they're living in the backfield.
He's on you in a hurry. I don't know. You'd have to really get rid of it.
Yeah.
Kern will be in the shotgun. He will take the snap, hand it off to the single back this time. This is Venrick. And Venrick's got a nice gain on 1st down up across the 30, out near the 33-yard line. A pick up of 13 yards on the play, and a 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
A couple of guys hit him where he would have only gained 7 or 8 and didn't really tackle. And
ran over Lane Foster.
Yeah.
They'll hand it off to Venrick once again. Big hole. He's met there and taken down by Archer up near the 39-yard line. Another 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 here.
It was Hunley on that one.
All right. Are they both wearing pink sleeves? White sleeves on one and pink sleeves on the other?
I think they're both pink.
They're both wearing pink sleeves.
I think it's just cold and
their arms are just red.
A little red. No, I think he's wearing pink sleeves.
Well, it's Hunley and Venrick. Both do have pink sleeves, so that's not fair. One or the other should have picked that for the day. They'll hand it off this time to Hunley, and he'll take the ball up enough for the 1st down to the 44-yard line. A 5-yard pickup and a 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Trojans are picking up yardage in a hurry here on the offensive side, and they're in a little more of a faster pace style than Pittsfield was when they had the ball in their possession. See, Ferguson has checked in as the back on this side. They'll step back, throw it. They'll hit Smith on the right-hand side, a little bubble screen. He'll get up across the 50 to the Pittsfield 49-yard line, a 6-yard pickup on the play on 1st and 10 to bring up a 2nd and 4. Man went out of bounds, stops the clock. No, they'll say he did not go out of bounds with 2 minutes, 23 seconds and counting in the game's opening quarter. Into Saki territory now at the 49-yard line.
Fellow over there says it's cold tonight. We're going to keep it rolling.
It is a chilly evening. I mean, a couple of weeks from now, we'll say this felt warm. But right now, when it was 90 degrees last week, it is pretty chilly here at game time. 2nd down as Kern will be under center. I formation behind him in the backfield. He will fake to the deep back, looking downfield, right across the middle, wide open man. Missed his intended target that time, and Brady Boylan. That stops the clock and brings up a 3rd down and 4.
Good chance to take there for Auburn as they had
had
a 2nd and 4. And they would have had it if he could have found the receiver too. But I mean, good chance to take downfield there because you have a 3rd and manageable still.
I agree. Worth the risk, for sure. 3rd down and 4. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Kern in the shotgun, and, the left tackle moved. I think that'll be a false start here. And the referee tells us it is a dead ball false start. That'll move it back to the 46-yard line of the Trojans on the 5-yard penalty and bring up a 3rd down and 9.
That makes you less 3rd and manageable. Still manageable, but...
might make this Auburn team a little more dangerous, though. Might mean they're going to the air here.
It's true.
3rd down and 9 from the 46. Just underway in the first period. It's gone by in a little bit of a hurry. Here's Kern on the sprint out to his left. He's back to pass. Has some time. High ball, but it's caught by his go-to guy so far tonight in Sawyer Smith. Not enough for a 1st down to the Pittsfield 44-yard line. A gain of 10 on the play and a 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Needed 9, got 10, and Auburn with another fresh set of downs in Pittsfield territory. Smith's 3rd catch of the night, if I'm remembering rightly, maybe even his 4th.
Did a good job of reaching up and catching that ball that time. It was a little high for him.
He's got 49 yards of the 80 that they.
Now they'll look on a little middle screen, and we'll have a penalty flag fly in here, as it was completed right there to Carter Hunley, right up the line of scrimmage, maybe even a gain of a yard, but a penalty flag right in the middle of things in the place of what would be a hold, I would believe.
Either a hold or a face mask.
Referee will tell us it is a hold against the Trojans. So this is past the line of scrimmage, so now they'll move it. They're going to talk about this one. I'm telling you, this rule is confusing officials as well.
It is, absolutely.
Are they going to say it's a spot foul? Or
did it happen at the line? Did it happen behind the line?
It's pretty close either way.
Yeah, it's a yard difference. They'll move it back to the 46. So that's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage, and it's 2nd and 20. Check that 1st and 20.
$25 yards of penalties for the Auburn Trojans as we started this game early.
Here's Sawyer Smith going to get quite a few of those yards back all the way to the Saki 40-yard line, a pickup of 14 yards, and back to the Pittsfield 40. And
was that a screen pass or a?
It was just a little, kind of a wheel route.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this will bring up a 2nd down and 7. 2nd down and a long 7, short 6. 1:15 to play in the first. Kern in the shotgun. Back to pass. Has some time. Looking left. Has his man out there, and Clayton DiNardo. DiNardo's got the 1st down. Wrestled down near the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10 yards on the play. And a 1st and 10 for the blue-clad Trojans.
Ferguson was the first man to make contact with DiNardo, but couldn't quite bring him down. Had to have a couple of teammates come help.
Over 100 yards passing already here in the first quarter.
A minute to play in the first. 8-0 Auburn on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. 2 receivers right. Put the running back in motion now. And Venrick back to pass. Has some time. Now a holding penalty is going to be thrown, so we'll see what happens on the play. It's not going to matter, and it's picked off. That's what it'll matter, though. Taylor Graham with the interception. He'll get it all the way to the 16 or 17-yard line.
Lane Foster.
Was it Foster?
Yep.
It is Foster.
All right. Sorry, Lane. You look like Taylor Graham playing safety back there for a second. I've seen Taylor do that enough time in the JV games. He must have taught Lane a bag or something out of his bag of tricks. Either way, it's going to be a turnover. It's a holding penalty. The referee looks to the sideline and says,
Coach, you don't want that, do you?
Coach, we want to turn that down, right? Coach Zach Ferguson says, yes, yes, we do. See the holding penalty flag fly there on the Northwestern Mutual replay, and then Foster on the interception and the run back. Where did they set the ball, guys? About the 17?
They're getting ready to do that.
The 18, maybe?
18, 19?
19?
19. We'll call it 19.
Pittsfield gets the takeaway either way, and they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line with 42.6 seconds to play in the first. First and 10, two receivers wide to the right, a single man to the left. Petty is in the shotgun. Davidsmeyer is the back to his right. Petty looks at his wristwatch, says, all right, go time. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Davidsmeyer. Has a hole left side. Now cuts back to the middle of the defense and stretches out. Good run on the play. Up to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6. And it'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. You really see Davidsmeyer doing a nice job. He very rarely gets tackled by first contact.
He does a good job of keeping his legs moving, uses his hands to create space, and looks for that open hole.
I think he could have gained a couple more. Again, the handoff wasn't super clean there.
Well, everybody's hands are a little cold.
A little bit cold.
I think Pittsfield's going to just let the clock run off, and we'll head to the second quarter. It's Auburn 8, Pittsfield nothing. Second quarter play-by-play your way next on Central Illinois Sports.
The Farm Stand, located at 405 East Park Street in Camp Point, Illinois, is the place to go when you're looking for a fresh, homemade meal. Open Wednesday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m., the Farm Stand has a full breakfast and lunch menu. Enjoy breakfast favorites such as biscuits and gravy, pancakes, French toast, and the loaded breakfast burrito. For lunch, check out the great selection of sandwiches, salads, paninis, and more. You'll never leave hungry when you visit the Farm Stand in Camp Point.
When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois. Or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
Ready to start action here in the second quarter. 8-0 Auburn on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Sockies have it 2nd and 4 from the Auburn, check out their own 25-yard line. They will hand the ball off to Davidsmeyer along the right-hand side. Stretches out near the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29. A gain of 4 on the play. Should be near a first down. They're going to say he's about a half a yard short. Called a 3rd and 1. So 3rd and a yard here.
Is Petty going to run the play where he
sets up under center and does the quarterback sneak?
Sets up under center and does the quarterback sneak and runs for 3 yards and then goes, where is everyone?
It has been a fairly effective play. Pittsfield with...
Last week they ran push the quarterback the whole time. In this.
10 seconds on the play clock. Petty will be under center with the I formation behind him. Auburn really stacking some guys right in the middle. Now Pittsfield's got to hurry, and they will have to burn their first time out of the contest as they let the play clock run down to almost zeros there. Zach Ferguson calls the timeout. We'll pause as well. 11 minutes, 12 seconds to play in the half. Auburn on top, 8-0.
This is Colt Mixer from Mixer Lumber Company in Clayton, Illinois. We have been selling grain bins for over 40 years. Our company provides years of experience, service, and quality products you can count on. GSI Grain Bins are a trusted company and are now offering their winter discounts. This is the time of year to order your new GSI grain bin. Mixer Lumber Company, where we treat people the way you want to be treated. Give us a call at 217-894-6412.
11 minutes, 12 seconds to play in the first half. Pittsfield calls the timeout there first of the game. Gives us an opportunity to remind you about Bowler's Universe. Open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays up until midnight. Saturdays 4 to midnight. Check out their great menu, great specials each and every weekday at Bowler's Universe in Pittsfield. Tomorrow night they'll have entertainment for you with Tom Hart coming to town. Make sure to go and check it out for a good time. Pittsfield with a 3rd and 1 from their own 29-yard line here. Petty will set up under center. He takes the snap, hands it off. Right-hand side, that's Davidsmeyer. He's got the line of gain here as he has stood up near the 33-yard line. Needed 1, gained 4, and that'll be a Saki first down.
Davidsmeyer with another good hard run there.
First down and 10 yards to go on a fresh set of downs from their own 33 for the Saki squad. Just under 11 minutes to play in the second quarter. Petty puts Smith and Archer now on the left side of the formation. Auburn with 6 men right up on the line of scrimmage now, bunched up close. Sockies will run the option once again. Petty will pitch it outside. Here's Edwards, has some running room and has taken out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Another solid pickup on that play, a gain of 12, and another Pittsfield 1st and 10. They're taking it back to old school time. In fact, they'll mark him out just at the 47, so give him a gain of 14 yards on that play. The old option.
Petty did a real good job of looking that defender right into him before he pitched it that time.
Yeah, you'll see that here on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay. Javen Petty holds, and then pitches. Did a really nice job, as you said, just holding him with his eyes that time, so Edwards would have an opportunity for the big gain.
Petty's gotten a lot better at running that option, hasn't he, Charlie?
He really has improved. He's under center once again here at the I formation. He'll hand it off the deep man and Edwards. Edwards a little good jump cut right at the line of scrimmage. Not a big guy, but pretty tough on the running here up to the 50-yard line. A tough 3 yards, but forward progress in a 2nd and 7.
Took a good hit there on that first one. Still kept going. Maybe leaned forward for another yard there.
Can you say that, John?
I'm not sure. I'm asking.
I don't know that I would.
He said it. I'm not sure.
The PA announcer said it was a pack of, Auburn's mascots. I don't know. It was seems suggestive. Let's put it that way. I formation as Petty will be under center here. Allen and Archer now, the guys to the right of the formation. They'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer. Keeps his head low. Has another first down for the Sockies as Davidsmeyer rumbling up to the 40-yard line. A pickup on the play of 10 yards and a 1st and 10 to the Auburn 40.
I believe we can credit the referee with the tackle on that.
He really had a nice stop.
He did.
He needs to stay a little lower, I would say.
He didn't really wrap up either. He kind of looked like he was trying to get out of the way.
Davidsmeyer did a nice job, kind of waited behind. That time it was Nutter and Shaw, it looked like that time, and then found that little seam, and he does a nice job of running almost like he's falling forward, but stays balanced. Auburn now showing the blitz right in the A gap here. Sockies will sniff it out, pitch it outside. Edwards looking for running room. Again, not a ton of room out there, but positive yardage inside the 38 to the 37. A gain of another 3 yards on the play and a 2nd and 7.
Good block for Davidsmeyer there. Help open him up for positive yardage.
2nd down and 7 yards to go. Maybe even more like 6, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it was almost a 4-yard gain there. This referee crew really likes using the hashes.
Says find the big lines.
Yeah.
Big lines.
It's easier to tell where you are if you use the big lines.
I formation again as Foster is checked into the backfield. Archer and Allen to the right side of the Socky formation. They'll hand it off to Foster. Foster makes the initial man miss and then is spun around, taken down after a short gain to the 34. Gain of 3 on the play, and this will be a 3rd down and 3.
It's his first carry on the night.
It's a long 3.
Well, we thought it was to the 31. It's 34. They had it on the 37 to the 34. I don't know what to tell you. I think the box is in the wrong spot. It's quick to the line of the Sockies here. Petty goes under center, comes back up. Looks at the sideline, says, what did you say again? Oh, check my watch. A Rolex here. Oh, nice. Nice watch. Hands it off to Davidsmeyer. Bounces off the pile, then is taken down after a very short gain of about a yard on the play. And this will bring up a 4th down, and we'll still call that 3 yards to go, as there just wasn't much there. Davidsmeyer tried to push through the pile, and so it's a 4th down and a long 3. And what will the Sockies go with here? They're going to bring the receivers onto the field and try to spread the Trojans out. 7 minutes, 15 seconds and counting here in the 2nd quarter. Pittsfield's had the ball the entirety of the 2nd quarter, got this possession starting with 42.6 seconds to play in the 1st on an interception by Lane Foster. Petty's in the shotgun with 7 seconds on the play clock. Calls the line set, takes the snap, back to pass, quick hitter, trying to hit Helms. Helms with a catch, but it is headed backwards. In fact, loses about 4 yards on the play, and that'll be a turnover on downs for the Sockies. So that drive stalls out with 6 minutes and 54 seconds to play in the half. And Auburn will take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Charlie, call me crazy here.
You're crazy.
Why do you have routes that are going to not get the 1st down?
Well, I think what they were looking for there is a ball that, if he's able to catch it in a quick hitter moving forward, that little bubble screen. We've seen Smith run it successfully on the other side. The ball just has to be delivered. It's such a timing play.
Yeah.
And with the wind blowing, that probably threw off the timing, I would say. Here's Kern. He's back to pass on first down. Throws it up over the top of the defense, and a nice touch pass here to Grant Dobson. Dobson is into Saki territory to the 47-yard line. A pickup on the play of 16 yards and a 1st and 10 for Auburn to the Pittsfield 47. Moore in on the stop. Back to pass once again is Kern. Going to swing it out this side to Smith. Makes a couple of men miss. Another stiff arm swim move, and really has a nice yard after catch mark that time down to the 39-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8.
He used every move he learned in practice, didn't he?
How about 2nd and 2 on the 8-yard gain, we'll say. 2nd down and 2 yards to go. Clock moving here. Auburn's offense has been moving fast. They just had that mistake where Foster got the interception. Trips left. They put the man out of the backfield in motion, and Vinrick. Back to pass. Kern hit as he throws it downfield, and has his man for a touchdown. It's Carter Hundley once again. Kern took a big shot, but delivered a strike that time as he stood in strong in the pocket, and that makes it a 14-0 lead for the Trojans.
Kern was still laying on the ground there, but he hopped right up. And
he was just admiring his work from there.
What was the yardage on that?
37 yards on that touchdown pass. To Hundley, his 2nd of the night, yes.
3rd.
2nd touchdown, though, right?
2nd touchdown, yeah.
All right.
Third reception for 38
yards. My math was not great, but I was trying to figure out how they had 3 touchdowns with 14 points. But I knew what you meant. 3rd reception.
3rd reception. No,
I formation once again. They pitch it out to Dobson. Dobson makes a man miss in the backfield, then is ridden down by Mowen. That 2-point try is well short, and the score stays 14-0. But for the 2nd time tonight, Talon Kern finds Hundley, this time from 37 yards as he gets behind the defense for the touchdown. And with 6:04 to play in the half, it's Auburn 14, Pittsfield nothing.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
6 minutes, 4 seconds to play in the half. Auburn 14, Pittsfield nothing. Is Kern to Hundley for the 2nd time tonight. This time from 37 yards out. Trojans have a 2-score lead. So Pittsfield's dominated the time of possession here after their first possession, but Auburn's offense has shown that they can score in a hurry. And a couple of times have made big strikes, a 25-yard pass and a 37-yard pass for their 2 scores of the game. Dobson has it teed up, ready to kick this one off. Low line drive kick right at Tucker Cook. He'll take it across the 30, 35-yard line. Runs into the Trojans near the 40, drags him with him up near the 42, and that's where the Sakis will start 1st and 10 on this offensive series with 6 minutes to play in the half.
Sometimes it feels like Dobson's everywhere, Charlie.
Off the 43. He was the kicker. Made the tackle there, too, didn't he?
He's not the safety valve, I don't think, is he?
I think they let him be a little more aggressive than that. Never mind. 2 receivers to the left-hand side as Petty's in the shotgun. He takes the snap. Going to pitch it outside to Foster. Looking for some running room. Runs over a would-be tackler. Taken down just shy of the 50-yard line. Now that man says, get to the big line. A gain of 8 on the play and a 2nd and 2.
I'm telling you, these fellas like the big lines, Charlie.
Me too. They're easier to see.
Uh-huh.
Can't see the line, can you, Russ?
He's going to put it just short of the big line.
Yeah, the nose is almost resting on it, though. 2nd down and 2.5 yards to go here.
He used his foot as the measuring stick that time. It was 1 foot off.
Good enough. Petty takes the snap, hands it off to Foster. Running between the tackles this time. Makes a man miss, fumbles the ball, and Auburn recovers. Foster was looking to make one more cut, and the ball popped loose as somebody hit him from behind, it looked like that time. And Auburn will take over at their own 44-yard line with 5 minutes, 21 seconds to play here in the first half. Let's see if we can see what happened on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay. A pretty good run by Foster, really, as he was kind of picking his way through the defense.
He would have had the first down.
And right here at the end, the man just strips him as he wants to take him to the ground. Auburn right there, Johnny on the spot to recover it, and they take over. 5:21 to play in the half. Timeout by the Sakis. We'll pause as well. Back after this.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Best Systems Insulators offer insulation for homes and commercial buildings throughout central Illinois and the surrounding areas. We take great care to ensure that the insulation products we use are the best fit for our clients and their project. We understand that different buildings have different needs and that each of our clients has a unique set of goals. Let us work with you to find the best solution for your next project. Call Best Systems Insulators at 217-285-6005. That's 285-6005. Or visit them online at GoBestSystems.com.
Auburn takes over after the turnover by the Sakis, and back to passes Kern. Hits his man on the left-hand side. That's Hunley once again, it appears. He'll take it and be ridden out of bounds right at the, 40?
Wasn't Hunley.
Was it DiNardo?
Number 5?
5 or 6.
It's number 5.
That's DiNardo. Everybody's got to quit wearing the same pink sleeves. Up to the 48-yard line, a gain of 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 here.
If only they did something like numbers on their jerseys.
Okay, here's John with the play-by-play. Take it away, John.
I'll say Hunley was on this side. Here we go. Run play.
Sorry, it was a silent play.
Penalty flag
at the end. 26. Who's that?
26 is the running
Kessler.
back.
You guys were both Johnny on the spot there, too. All right, I think we'll go back to me calling it, and you guys shutting up.
Evan Kessler on that carry.
And it's a personal foul against the Sakis.
That's no good.
So Kessler gets it to the 49 of Pittsfield, a 3-yard gain, and then they'll get a 15-yard penalty to the 34-yard line, and it'll be a 1st and 10.
Charlie, they're all fancy here at Auburn. They've got the referee mic'd up.
Oh, boy.
I like that myself.
He forgot to turn it off after, though, and you could still hear him for a moment.
You got to watch out for that.
Yeah, that's right. You tell that coach. White is coming off, and he has his hands in the air kind of asking, what did I do there? Zach Ferguson asking the official, what did he do there? That was something we talked about in the pregame with Coach Ferguson. That was something that the Sakis had improved on for most of the year.
That's their first penalty tonight.
Yep.
But sometimes tempers fly.
A 1st and 10. Zach Ferguson having a discussion with the referee, and the referee does not appear to be agreeing as he's shaking his head no. Kern takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff. He throws a little dump pass. That's caught by DiNardo.
Sure is.
DiNardo to the 34. Ball came loose at the end, but they'd already called the play dead. If that's true, that spot will put him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, no loss. 2nd and 10.
Pakasakis.
Yeah, tribe, maybe. To the 34-yard line, no gain, no loss. 2nd and 10 here for this Auburn Trojan squad. 4:30 and counting in the half.
It was good for DiNardo that they blew him dead with him still standing up as the ball popped out as he was headed to the ground.
Here's Kern back to pass. Sets his feet. Throws. Has the ball nearly picked off as Smith was bobbling it. Allen nearly came in for the interception. The ball falls harmlessly to the grass. Incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10. Stops the clock with 4 minutes, 14 seconds to play in the half. Pike County Concrete, when you need concrete for your next job or project, give Pike County Concrete a call, 217-285-5548, with locations in Pittsfield and Jacksonville to best serve you. Clock stops with the incompletion on this 3rd and 10 for Auburn from the Pittsfield 34. Kern will be under center here. Puts Smith in motion. Fakes the handoff. Now does hand it off to the deep back this time, and Venrick breaks a tackle in the backfield. Spins forward, has a good gain on the play. Sakis really could have stopped him on a Big-time momentum changer there. Instead, he gets to the 27-yard line, a gain of 7 on the play, and brings up a 4th and manageable on a 4th and about 3.
Who was the ball carrier on that?
Vinrick that time.
7.
Guys weren't so smart on that one, were you?
Yeah,
nobody wearing pink sleeves there.
No pink sleeves.
Exactly.
And now Auburn says, we'll call a timeout because we're going to get Vinrick the pink sleeves to match everyone else. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to play the half. It's Auburn 14, Pittsfield nothing.
Go team, go. Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray, hooray. Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
3 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the half. It is 14-0 Auburn over Pittsfield on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Auburn called the timeout. They have a 4th and 3 here. Kern will be in the shotgun. Trip set to the right. He'll move the running back Vinrick to his right. And he's back to pass. Has a free rusher. Hits the man, though, right across the middle, and Dobson has enough for the first down as he's at the 20-yard line. Pick up of 7 yards on the play, a 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Dobson with yet another catch here. And, when you have a money guy like that, that's where you go to in big situations like a 4th and 3.
I feel it's like Dobson is everywhere. Charlie, offense, defense, kicking.
2 out hitting, everything. He's back to pass once again. Completes it on the right-hand side to Hunley. Hunley looking for blockers, tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. Pinnock was the man that kind of tripped him up there. Looks like they'll mark him inside the 20 near the 18-yard line. A 2-yard pickup, we'll call it, and bring up a 2nd down and 8.
As good as he is at everything else, he's probably good at that too, Charlie.
Should be. 2nd down and 8 yards to go with just under 3 minutes to play in the first half. We will have an extended halftime show as it's homecoming here for the Trojans. One of the smaller crowds for homecoming. It's kind of chilly. Here's Kern back to pass. Hits Smith coming out of the backfield. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. Cuts back after the stiff arm, and he's got a touchdown. Sawyer Smith on the catch and run. An 18-yard touchdown scamper in with 2 minutes 40 seconds to play in the half. It's Auburn 20, Pittsfield nothing. Couple of Sakis had a chance to tackle him there, but unable to get him to the ground. And the Trojans now take the 20-0 lead. And now they'll bring the extra point attempt onto the field. The holder is DiNardo, and the kicker is going to be someone wearing 82. We don't have.
Somebody in pink sleeves.
That's the name of the game, and the kicker, the mystery kicker night with the kick is up and good. Auburn takes a 21-0 lead. This time they get Smith involved as he breaks a couple of tackles and goes 19 yards for the touchdown. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play in the half on Central Illinois Sports.
Timely application of crop nutrients based on soil test results and the individual yield goals is the focus of the agronomy team at Logan Agri-Service, Inc. Logan Ag delivers anhydrous ammonia, dry fertilizer, UAN, liquid starter, and our lineup of Logan Agri-Yield micronutrients direct from us to your field. Striving to get the right fertilizer products at the right place in the right field at the right time, that's Logan Agri-Service. For fertilizer and application services, call 1-800-LOGAN-AG or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with DOT, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose DOT.
Auburn 21, Pittsfield nothing on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. PCRErealestate.com for all of your information about their latest listings, or if you're looking to sell some property as well, contact the fine folks at Pike County Real Estate and Auction, PCRErealestate.com. Here comes young Mr. Dobson on to kick off once again after the Trojans capitalized on the Saki turnover. Here is a kick going to be taken off the bounce. I believe that's Jaden Moore on the return, and he'll return it up across the 35 near the 36 or 37. Let's see where they place the ball. Either way, that's where the Sockers will start first and 10 with 2 minutes 36 seconds to play in the half. They'll call it at the 36.
I was looking for him to go back to the 35.
Big line.
Bigger line.
Big lines.
First and 10 here.
Looks like
double tight set. Edwards is the deep back behind the fullback Davidsmeyer. Petty will set up under center here for Pittsfield. See if they might want a little play action play, maybe to Archer or Allen. Back to pass. There's Allen. Draw that one up from the sideline next time, why don't you? Down at the 35-yard line. I promise you I didn't hear the play call at all. I promise. These guys can vouch for me. A gain on the play of 29 yards and a first and 10 to the Auburn 35-yard line.
We got Tony Romo in the box with us tonight.
Slant right. Spider,
calling the plays before they happen.
Spider Y banana. Jello, go. 2:24 and counting on the play action pass. High formation. Petty under center. He'll fake the pitch. Now hand it off on the inside handoff to Luke Archer. It's a little inside reverse. The end on this side did not seal the edge, and that'll be a loss of a yard on the play. Back to the 36. Brings up a second down and 11.
Just didn't get the blocks that time, as Charlie said, and that man that didn't get blocked then made the tackle.
It's almost like the little inside handoff. Now they'll spread them out 2 wide to either side on the second and 11. Petty will fake the handoff. Quick hitter here to McKelvey. Moore on the catch. Moore will get inside the 30, down near the 28-yard line. A pickup of 8 yards on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 3. Clock keeps moving here. 1:39 and counting in the half. Pittsfield trying to get a score on the board here before the first half comes to a close. 3rd and 3. Petty fakes the handoff. Back to pass. Hits Moore on the little screen pass. Looks like he's got enough for the first down. Depends on the spot here.
Yeah, they say first down.
Yep.
They're going to set the ball, looks like inside the 25, near the 24-yard line. That'll be a pickup on the play of 4 yards and a first and 10. So McKelvey Moore on the catch.
The line judge on this side is signaling for the guys to move, and they're already set. They're like, what are you talking about? Where are we going?
To the 25 officially. Petty is back to pass. Screen pass, this time to Edwards. Has blockers out in front. Ducks down behind them, and a penalty flag flies, and this one's going to be a hold. The penalty flag lays at about the 19. That should move it back to around the 29 and bring up a first and 14 for the Sockies.
Well, the penalty flag now lies at the 20 because they kicked it about 2 yards.
Okay, so that'll move it back to the 30.
Yeah.
Probably why they did that. Called a first and 15.
Not that I see through their thoughts, but big lines are easier to figure out.
It was a play that really was set up rather well for the Sockies. 3 men out in front of Edwards. And I'll tell you what, a nice job by Carter Hunley to take on the block from the left tackle. I believe that was in, it was either Mowen or White. And he kind of fought off that block and made that hit on Edwards. Didn't matter because it's a holding penalty back to the 30-yard line, first and 15.
So, Charlie, now what are they going to run? Now that you're predicting plays.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right-hand side. Probably try to hit the slot on the right side. That's Archer, I believe. Petty is back to pass, throwing to the left. Hits McKelvey Moore, and it's in and out of his hands, incomplete. 2nd and 15. Tried to turn up field before he had full possession of it. Stops the clock with 1:08 to play in the half.
Hit him in the hands there, just couldn't quite bring it in.
Now Tucker Cook will come on for the quarterback position here for the Sockies. On what you would think would be a passing down, but let's see if they put Cook's legs to work here. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left-hand side on a 2nd and 15. Calls the line set, takes the snap. He'll keep it himself to the left-hand side. Cook stiff arms one man, breaks a tackle. Still on his feet. Gonna take it inside the 15, down to the 14-yard line. A pickup on the play of 16 yards, and that'll be a Pittsfield first and 10. Cook with a big quarterback keeper on the design play. And they'll Now send him to the bench and bring Petty back in for a 1st and 10 from the 14. Here's a pass to the right-hand side. It's over the head of the intended man and Graham, probably better for the Sockies as that pass was going backwards. Stops the clock with 53 seconds to play in the half.
Petty was pretty much getting hit as he released the ball that time.
Here comes Cook again. It worked so well the last time. They said, hey, you know what? I liked how that looked. Let's try that again for a moment. Cook will be in the shotgun. Most likely to hand it off to Edwards this time, I would say.
Pittsfield still has 1 timeout, so
they have a lot of options here. They will keep it on the left-hand side. Cook again has a hole, cuts back toward the middle, down to the 6. 8-yard pickup on the play to the 6-yard line. It'll be a 3rd and 2. Clock moving with 40 seconds to play in the half.
They got to hustle. They still have a timeout. 35 seconds and counting.
Cook stays on the field.
Cook in there again. Calls the line set. Auburn looking like they're going to bring the blitz. Cook keeps it himself. Looks for a hole on the right-hand side. Has the 1st down as he's inside the 5, down near the 4. Pittsfield should, I would think, call the timeout here. Gain 2 on the play. It should be a 1st and goal.
They got to add about 6 seconds left.
Well, they just called the timeout.
Clock. No, he called the timeout with like 21, 22.
I don't think so. We just heard the whistle right there.
What'd you say the gain was?
Well, I'm trying to
6?
see where they've set the ball, Justin, to
about
be honest
the 3?
with you. They're going to say he's still short of the 1st down, which...
How is that possible?
Well, I mean, the box and the marker are nearly right on top of one another, which is actually not good for the Sockies.
I'd have probably measured.
Well, I think they still could. They're going to say the ball's at the 4, so give them a gain of 2. It was 3rd and 2. Again, not great at math, but I would think that would result in a 1st down, but they're saying it's 4th and less than a yard.
4th and inches.
Yeah. From the 4, 16.7 seconds left in the half. Pittsfield is now out of timeouts. They'll bring Petty back out. He'll be under center, but Davidsmeyer and Edwards behind him. This is one of those situations where he almost had to have called 2 plays in the huddle. Not much time here. Got to get the 1st down first, right?
Yeah.
Under center, they'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer, and he'll go in for the score.
Well, you only need 1 play if you do it that way.
Ducks behind the line this time, and with 13 seconds to play in the half, Pittsfield on the board in a 21-6 contest. Jesse Davidsmeyer takes it in from 4 yards out. Pittsfield will bring Cook on for the extra point attempt here. Drive for the Sockies just started at their own 36 with 2:36 to play in the half, and 2 minutes and 23 seconds later, they're a man short. They score the touchdown, their first of the contest. The holder is Frazier. The snap's a little high. The hold is down. The kick is up. It's long enough, and the referees tell us it is good. Well, Pittsfield finds Patriot before the end of the 1st half. They use Jesse Davidsmeyer running behind the big offensive line on the left-hand side. Pushes his way in for the score. And with 13 seconds left in the half, it's Auburn 21, Pittsfield 7.
Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
13 seconds to play in the half. Pittsfield on the board on a 4-yard touchdown run by Jesse Davidsmeyer. Good drive by the Sockies to end the half. Get a little momentum headed back their direction. Cook will kick it off for the Sockies. He played a big role in that last drive on a couple of big runs, including that big, 14 or 15-yard run. He'll kick this one on the ground. It's going to be taken by the deep man. I believe that's Vinrick. He breaks a tackle. Uh-oh.
Big head of speed.
Look out here. Cuts back and is tripped up and finally taken down out to the 47 with 4.5 seconds to play in the half. Vinrick on the return. Auburn starts 1st and 10 from their own 47 with 4.5 seconds to play in the half.
They do have a couple of timeouts. Probably you don't have time for More than maybe 2 plays if you have a quick one.
Well, if you're Pittsfield, you got to just be in the prevent here, right?
Yeah, nothing deep.
And you cannot let anyone get behind you here. Time for 1 play from this position on the field from their own 47. As far back as the Sockies are right now, you might see one of those just little quick hitters to either Smith or Hundley and see what they can do on the catch and run. Pittsfield does not have a man within about 10 yards of the ball. Here's Kern, back to pass, going to throw it out on the right-hand side. That is to Hundley. Looking for running room, cuts back now toward the middle of the field, has some blockers. Gets another block, still on his feet along the far sideline. Penalty flag flies, and he'll be ridden out of bounds anyway. In fact, there's a flag in 2 different spots. These are both going to be on the offense, so this play is going to be negated, and this is going to be the end of the half. Referees will tell us for sure, but these are both fouls on the offense.
Holding against the offense.
Yeah.
He says, hey, what's this one?
2 different times.
Yeah.
It's a penalty on the offense. Referee tells us. It is halftime. Hey, that's what we thought it was going to be, too. And as we head to the Little Jess Motors halftime show, it's Auburn 21, Pittsfield 7. Back with halftime stats and more after this.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
Rewards checking, I'm not sure if there's a better checking account around.
They have 3 requirements each month, and if they meet those requirements, we will pay them the highest checking account interest rate that we have right now. At this time, it is a very generous 4.07 APY.
As far as ID Secure goes,
it gives you protection with credit monitoring, cell phone protection.
Prevent identity theft at a reasonable cost.
It's watching out for you.
And every 90 days you get an update on it, so the peace of mind of that's very nice.
GSI grain bins are built using the highest strength steel available. This allows you to store more grain to maximize your profitability and efficiency. Buy one now and receive our winter discount program. Mixer Lumber Company, your GSI grain bin dealer.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess Motors, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next auto purchase. Their friendly and supportive sales team is there to make the buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. Learn more at littlejessmotor.com or see them at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. Here at the halftime break, it is Auburn 21, Pittsfield 7, as the Sockies got a score right at toward the end of the first half with about 13 seconds left in the half after falling behind 21-0 in the contest. Our halftime stats today are brought to you in part by Waters Concrete. Tim Waters offers quality concrete for your new build, driveways, decorative patios, sidewalks, and more. Anything with concrete, it's Waters Concrete, ready to serve you. Call 309-252-1400 1-0, 5-2. The Trojans had 3 touchdowns in the first half. The first came at the 9:42 mark of the first period. A 25-yard pass from Talon Kern to Carter Hunley. The 2-point run was good by Dobson afterwards to make it an 8-0 Auburn lead. Then at the 6:04 mark of the second quarter, a 37-yard pass from Talon Kern to Carter Hunley. The 2-point conversion was unsuccessful, and the Trojans led 14-0. They would score then at the 2:40 mark of the second quarter, an 18-yard pass from Kern to Smith. The kick after was good, 21-0 Auburn, but the Sockies got their first and only score of the half with 13 seconds to play on a 4-yard run by Jesse Davidsmeyer. The kick by Cook was good. Say that 5 times fast. The kick by Cook was good. And Pittsfield cut it to a 21-7 lead here at halftime. It's the Little Jess Motors halftime show. We pause for a timeout here. Justin and John are back with the rest of your halftime stats after this.
The thing for me that really separates DOT, senior leadership and the owners of the business really focus on employee engagement.
We have some of the best people managers.
The Tracy family, senior leaders throughout the business, really all of our leaders care about the employees that work here.
And that allows for a lot of families to come work at Dot Foods, and I think that's part of it, is being able to have all those different schedules and the flexibility to be able to move things around when life happens.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state of the art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Golf course has been around since 1957. When we looked at doing the deck outside, we looked at a lot of different options, but everything led back to Pike County Lumber. We looked at quality, price, and service. We wound up going with Tamco, composite decking. Pike County Lumber was great to work with.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Auburn 21, Pittsfield 7 at the halftime break. And Justin Poor has a look at your halftime stats.
Auburn started off with a little bit of the ground game, but not much. They have 6 carries for 39 yards. Caden Benrick has 2 carries for 20 yards. Evan Kessler, 1 carry for 3 yards. Carter Hunley has 2 carries for 11 yards. And Grant Dobson has 1 carry for 5 yards. On the passing side, they've been had a lot more success. Talon Kern is 16 of 19, 16 catches for 19 attempts for 194 yards. The biggest receiver on that is number 88, Sawyer Smith, who has 9 targets and 7 catches for 89 yards. Grant Dobson has 2 targets with 2 catches for 20 yards. Clayton Denaro has 3 catches, 3 targets for 15 yards. Carter Hunley has 4 targets, 4 catches for 70 yards, including 2 of those touchdown passes. And number 84, Brady Boylan, has 1 target and was not complete. Auburn has been penalized for 35 yards 5 times tonight. Pittsfield Sockies, kind of the other way around. They've had more success on the ground. They have 28 carries for 115 yards, led by Matthew Edwards, who has 10 carries for 38 yards. Lane Foster has 3 carries for 17 yards. Javen Petty has kept the ball twice for 7 yards. Jesse Davidsmeyer carried the ball 8 times for 31 yards. Tucker Cook has 3 carries there at the end of the half for 26 yards. And Luke Archer has 2 carries for -4 yards. Javen Petty is 6 for 9 and passing with 45 yards. His targets include Connor Allen. He has 1 target, 1 catch for 29 yards. Big pass there in that last drive. Carter Frazier has 1 target and no catches. Taylor Graham has 2 targets, 1 catch for 9 yards. Isaac Helms has 1 target, 1 catch for -4 yards. McKevley Moore has 3 targets, 2 catches for 11 yards, and Matthew Edwards has 1 target and 1 catch for 5 yards. Looks like he's been penalized twice for 25 yards.
It is 21-7. Auburn with the lead here at halftime on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. We'll take a look at scores from around the area next, right after, how about this timeout?
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
One size fits all. That may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
Prairie Land FS provides complete seed and application service. Our trained energy specialist, along with our crop specialist, can help you take your farming to the next level. Prairie Land FS, your leading supplier of choice.
Welcome back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show, 21-7. The lead for the Auburn Trojans on top of the Pittsfield Sockies on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Taking a look at some scores from around the area in the state of interest. At halftime, Williamsville 14, Moreau Forsyth 7. And I would say what is a little bit of a surprise. At halftime in Decatur, it's Quincy Notre Dame 27, St. Teresa 6. St. Teresa, I believe, is winless on the season.
Yeah, they've had a rough year.
After winning the 2A state championship a season ago.
Must be down recruiting class.
Hey, yikes. We can also tell you that Clark County led Palmyra 12-6 at the halftime break on the Missouri side of the river. Sacred Heart Griffin leading Eisenhower 21-0 with 6:44 left in the first quarter of that contest. After one, it was U-High and Glenwood. They are tied at 0-0 after a quarter of play. 21-14, Quincy High leading Sterling near the halftime break, and a good contest there. Hannibal leads Moberly 14-0, and E.S. Williams with a couple of touchdown runs for the squad from Hannibal as the Pirates having another nice season. We can tell you that Camp Point Central was up big at the half. John, you had that score again for 47.
47-0 over Triopia.
So running clock once again for Camp Point Central's opponent. That has been pretty much the norm this season. Halftime, Greenfield Northwestern leading Carrollton 14-0 in a key matchup in the WIBC South. And just trying to see if we can find anything else. Plains and Olympia in a tight contest. Olympia 30, Plains 21 with 1:57 to play in the half. We can also tell you that with 50 seconds left in the first quarter, it was Rochester 7, Lincoln nothing. And that, now that can't be right. That must have been a JV score. I want to look at this real quick just to make sure that was the JV. Yeah, because it's 41-0 now, Rochester. Either it escalated very quickly or that score was possibly the JV score near the end of that game. It's 41-0. Lincoln, by the way, was, or is, I guess, undefeated, right?
I believe they are. Yeah,
they're either undefeated or
they were
loss.
Undefeated, yeah. They were before this week, obviously.
They are playoff eligible, but tonight is not going to be their night as they have met a good foe in Rochester. Here, it's Auburn 21, Pittsfield 7. We'll have second half play-by-play after this timeout on the Little Jess Motors halftime show.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already, he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Come on to pick me up soon. Here at Little Jess, we value hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership. We have a respect for heritage and tradition and believe in the pursuit of building legacies, breaking records, and putting forth award-winning results. That's why supporting schools and local teams is one of our favorite and most exciting parts of our business. For over 7 decades, we strive daily to use those same values as a foundation to meet our community's automotive needs and support our future generations. Little Jess Motors, serving our community since 1969.
Well, just about ready to start the second half of play. John has given you a really good shot of almost nothing but the field on the camera view. There's Paul Petty, though.
What do you want to see, Charlie?
Follow Paul for a second, John. See what he's saying.
Okay, you want me to zoom in?
He's still talking to the official about it.
You might not want to see what he's saying.
Might be better to stay away.
He's laughing. He's having a good time. Just about ready to kick it off here in the second half. Want to remind you about Moose Lodge 420. Check them out for their Friday meals each Friday at the Moose Lodge. New specials each week. The food's hot, the drinks are cold at Moose Lodge 420 in Pittsfield. Pittsfield will kick off to start the second half.
That's weird.
And Cook will have it teed up. And let's see who the Trojans send back deep here. One of those guys wearing pink sleeves. That's Benrick.
Benrick, yeah.
And Hunley, I believe the other one.
I believe so, yeah.
A couple of guys with pink sleeves. Tis the season.
It is October.
And then Jack Jones, one of the up men, and I don't know who the other guy is.
I might onside here. Cook will not, however. He'll kick it deep. It's headed toward Benrick. Benrick catches it in the air at the 15, 20-yard line now. 25 before he's met with some resistance. And taken down by Jake Robinson. Snatched out of the air right to the 30-yard line. And that's where Auburn will start first and 10 at their own 30 with 11 minutes, 55 seconds to play here in the third period.
Robinson seems to be one of those guys that's shot out of a cannon on the kickoff, Charlie. He's a la Ben Thompson there. He's going down with reckless abandon.
He's been playing that linebacker spot with Peterbow out injured now for a couple of weeks and kind of getting some confidence here. He's a senior. Trips right, single receiver to the left-hand side as Kern stands in the shotgun. Keeps his hands in the warmer behind his back. Now calls the line set. Takes the snap, back to pass, looking for the quick hitter. Ball tipped in the air, and it's picked off. Picked off by Pinnock. Pinnock at the 30, 25-yard line. That ball was tipped by Cook, picked by Pinnock. And the Sockies get their second takeaway of this contest as he takes it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Charlie, that is why you don't onside there, see?
Because you knew
you got to draw it up like that.
You were going to get it at the 23 of your opponent.
Exactly.
With 11:48 to play here in the third. Let's take a look at that replay on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay. You'll see this Cook actually from that outside linebacker spot got his hand on this one that tipped that ball up, and Pinnock was Johnny on the spot for the safety with a nice catch and return. Let's see if the Sockies can capitalize here. First and 10 in the I formation. Petty under center. Hands it off to Davidsmeyer, running right up the gut. Davidsmeyer trying to push the pile with him. Is going to get forward progress near the 21-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Bring up a second down and 8.
There was a big old pile there trying to stop him.
Gains a couple on the play, does Davidsmeyer. I like what the Sockies did on that play-action play. Let's see if they might try something like that again here. Connor Allen was wide open when they did. Everybody really biting on the run. It just keeps you honest.
Draw him in, draw him in, draw him in. Whoop.
It just keeps you honest and then open some things up for your backs as well. They'll put Archer in motion now to the left side of the formation. They'll pitch it outside. This is to Edwards. Edwards with a hole, cuts back toward the middle, puts his head down, stretches out, taken down near the 14. Pick up on the play of 7 yards, and this will bring up a third down and 1. So a third and a yard to go here for the Sockies. 4-down territory, 10:43 and counting here in the third. Pittsfield's got some momentum headed their direction right now.
Absolutely.
I formation
right here, one of those option runs would be all right to see.
I just give it Davidsmeyer, see if he can't just pick up a yard, I would think. They'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer. He's got the yard and more as he's down to the 10-yard line. Needed 1, gained 4, and it'll be a first and 10. Depending on the spot, is it going to be first and goal or first and 10? Let's see.
Looks like first and goal from the 9 even, Charlie.
All right, so give him a 5-yard gain, Justin. All right. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Pittsfield with the momentum to start this second half. They scored last in the first half, trying to be the first team to score in the third. 10:09 and counting here in the third period. I formation again, double tight set. Petty is under center. He will fake the pitch on the inside handoff. Goes to Archer. Archer fighting for running room. He'll be taken down near the 7-yard line. A gain of a couple on the play. It'll be second and goal. Second time they've tried to run that play. This one did get positive yardage.
Yeah, it was a little better than the last time they ran it. I do like that option better than the end around or the jet sweep.
I love that play. I formation again here. 9:29 and counting in the third. Petty takes the snap, pitches it out to Edwards. Edwards looking for the corner. Dobson takes him down from behind, inside the 5, near the 4. A gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be third and goal from the 4. Third down and goal from the 4-yard line for the Sockies.
Dobson is still everywhere.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Everywhere all the time.
Can't stop that guy. A good time to see Tucker Cook come in.
Yeah,
and hand it off to Davidsmeyer and trick everybody.
Under center is Petty. Everybody right up in the box near the line of scrimmage. They hand it to Davidsmeyer. Left side, gets behind the line and plows his way in for a score. That time Archer led the way along with White and Mowen on the left side. And the Sockies pulling within a touchdown here. 21-13 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Imposing their will that time on the offensive side after the takeaway. And Pittsfield's right back in this contest after trailing 21-0. Cook on for the extra point. The holder is Frazier. The hold is down. The kick is up high enough. Looks to be good. Oh, no, they'll say it is wide to the right. No good. But Pittsfield got the takeaway on the interception by Pinnock. Then they drive it down to the forward. Jesse Davidsmeyer ducks his head, bowls behind the line, and gets the score. 21-13, Auburn on top in the third.
At Full Throttle Parts, we do spray-on bed liners, a brand called Patriot Liner. It is very elite. It actually enhances the resale value of anything you put it on or off-road.
Go Full Throttle!
Go Full Throttle.
The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville with locations in Griggsville, Mount Sterling, and Pittsfield. Maybe you ask, why choose Farmers National Bank of Griggsville? The answer is simple. Local people, local decisions, and local commitment with local investments. We have many products and services to meet your needs. We invite you to find out more about us. Go to fmbgriggsville.com and explore all the services we offer. Visit any of our 3 friendly locations in Mount Sterling, Griggsville, and Pittsfield today. The Farmers National Bank of Griggsville, local people helping local people, member FDIC.
8 minutes, 49 seconds to play in the third. 21-13 the score. As I say, the extra point was no good off the kick by Cook. The Sockies are within a touchdown here. Got the takeaway and then capitalized on the run by Davidsmeyer. Here's a kick deep. It's going to be taken by Hunley at around the 15-yard line. Up across the 20, 25, 30, trying to break outside, breaks a tackle, 35-yard line, up near the 40, and that's where the Trojans will start first and 10 at their own 40. 8 minutes, 41 seconds to play in the third. Let's watch that touchdown run once again from the Sockies. You'll see Archer's the offset guy in the backfield, and Davidsmeyer just tucks right behind White, and Mowen, and they really just kind of bulldoze their way in for the score. Trips right, single receiver to the left-hand side. Pittsfield's defense has 2 takeaways on the evening. Auburn will keep it on the ground here with Hunley. He'll take a big shot that time from Owen Shaw, but gets a gain on the play up near the 43-yard line, a gain of 3 yards. It'll bring up a second down and 7.
They're giving a big cushion to Smith, the guy that can make some moves and make you look real bad in the backfield.
Second down and 7 yards to go here. Trojans put 2 receivers out wide to the left, a single man. Nope, 2 guys are going to split wide to the right now as Dobson's in the slot. What do you want to bet they're going to go to him? Smith now goes in motion left to right. Back to passes Kern. Kern looking for a man who was wide open that time. That is Boylan. Boylan with his first catch of the night to the Pittsfield 43-yard line, a gain of 14 yards, and a first and 10 for the Trojans inside Socky territory now.
Auburn does such a good job of knowing that they don't have to throw the ball 60 yards down the field. Just find a man open 12 to 15 yards down the field.
Just kind of taking what the Sockies give them.
Yep.
Around again, this time it is, is that Hunley? Hunley or Venrick, one of the two. Let's see who gets up off the pile.
Hunley.
It is Hunley. To the 40-yard line, a gain of 3 on the play. Second down and 7 yards to go.
One of the pink-sleeved men.
That's right.
A lot of first down runs for Auburn. In Pittsfield, you might try to maybe cheat that a bit, see if you can't get a blitz and guess right. Shotgun formation. The running back Hunley now stands to the left of the quarterback Talon Kern. Kern is back to pass. Steps through this throw. It is high. Dobson goes up and gets it and makes the catch near the 20-yard line. That's a pickup of 20 yards on the pass to Dobson and a first and 10 for the Trojans. They're now deep in Socky territory, and they'll get up quick to the line here. 2 receivers right. Kern in the shotgun again. 2 men to the left-hand side as Smith is in the slot on the left. He'll be back to pass. Kern looking to his left. A high throw. It is caught by DiNardo. Taken down immediately out there by Ferguson. Near the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, DiNardo was hit immediately, but still gained the 5 yards. As again, just took the cushion that the Sockies defense gave him.
That ball's in the air a long time, though. A chance for Pittsfield to maybe get another interception. I mean, he threw that ball almost back across his body kind of thing.
Yeah. Don't want him to float like that, do you?
A couple of the Auburn coaches looked like they were riding a horse calling that play. They'll hand it off to Hundley. Hundley will have the 1st down as he's inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Another whistle, though. And there's a penalty flag in right here at the end of the play near the 9. What's this going to be? A gain, if it stays, is a 6-yard pickup for a 1st down, and the referee will tell us as we wait with bated breath. It is a personal foul against the Sockies. Jaron White called for his 2nd of the night, it appears. So that'll move the ball half the distance to the goal, so a 6-yard run, and then it puts the ball right inside the 5. They'll put it right at the 5, but a 1st and goal here.
So that's a half the distance call.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Wish I would have said it myself.
I know it. You
feel
might
like
have
I
even.
did.
Sometimes I don't really listen to what you say.
I know. 1st and goal from the 5.
Many years of practice.
Hands it off to Hundley. Hundley looking for the corner on the left side, stretches out, and he is down at the 1. So a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the half-yard line. Auburn quick to the line here. They're going to go the quarterback keeper. Kern's under center. Watch this. He will take the snap. They'll push him forward, and Kern is
short.
Still waiting for a signal. No signal yet. And he's down. Oh, he's in. One referee pointed to the ground. One pointed in the air with both hands like it was a touchdown, and it is a touchdown for Auburn.
The guy with the white hat is more important.
He has the microphone, so you listen to every word he has to say.
You can't actually hear most of the words that he tries to say because the wind is too bad right now, and it causes it to feed back really bad. But
here comes the mystery kicker. It's mystery kicker night here at Auburn.
He's got pink sleeves.
Got some pink sleeves on. That's why he's out there. He just snuck onto the field, and now Pittsfield jumps off sides on the extra point attempt, and that'll move him half the distance. Now Auburn might consider going for 2. Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense.
I think the mic
Number
might
12,
need a little adjustment.
And now Auburn will say mystery kicker night is canceled, and they will go for 2 from the 1.5-yard line.
Well, mystery kicker has kicked 1 tonight, so it wasn't canceled completely.
Sort of like the masked singer. This is the masked kicker.
He's not really masked. We just don't know who he is.
He's got a mask on.
He has a face
white.
mask.
It's white, blue.
Wait, is it 84? Is that the kicker?
82.
Oh, okay. I just knew 84 was out here, so he had a pink sleeve. I couldn't tell.
Here's Kern on the 2-point conversion, looking for Dobson. Throws over the top of Ferguson.
Ferguson
breaks it up. Fergie was outsized that time by about a foot, but he broke it up right at the end to stop the 2-point try. 27-13. Auburn with a 2-score lead again. 5:45 to play in the third on Central Illinois Sports.
United Community Bank has been serving our community in banking since 1973 and is a proud member of the Pittsfield Strong United community. UCB brings you the latest banking technology, security, and convenience you expect, delivered with friendly local service you deserve from your community bank. UCB invites you to stop in for a visit at number 1 Professional Plaza in Pittsfield, or you can find them online at ucbbank.com. United Community Bank, the leader of community banking, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Sign up for a Saki Rewards debit card.
Another rock and roll weekend.
Burgers, better with Pepsi.
27-13, Auburn on top of Pittsfield. 5 minutes, 45 seconds to play in the third on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. As the Trojans get the touchdown after responding to the Saki score and have a 2-touchdown lead once again.
Sockies have Frazier more and more back to receive.
Sounds like a law firm.
More spelled two different ways even.
Yeah.
Dobson has it teed up. Will Auburn maybe try to onside kick here? The front line looks like they're ready, and they'll kick it. Yeah, right. They're retreating on front line, and the Sakis probably get lucky there that this ball takes a bounce in their favor, and they'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The man who got the ball was number 40 for Pittsfield. Charlie.
That's Jake Ocker.
There we go.
Jake Ocker.
He got it, knew what to do with it. He said, hey, I'm right here. I'm going to fall down on the ball and stay right here.
1st and 10 for Pittsfield. 895959 is the 50-50 number. If you've got that at home, you didn't buy it here.
Bingo.
Helms comes on late to the action here. Comes in, gets the play call from Petty. Now he'll come back out as the wide receiver out to the left-hand side. 2 receivers to the right as Petty's in the shotgun here. He takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Edwards. Edwards looking for some running room along the left-hand side. Gets it up near the 42-yard line, a 2-yard gain on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 8.
And now we have a fullback and a tight end coming on. Then 2 receivers coming off.
Graham will head to the sideline.
And Helms.
Petty will be under center this time. Davidsmeyer at the fullback, and Edwards at the deep back. Tight end on the right side is Cameron Smith. Allen, the tight end on the left side, and Archer is the 3rd tight end offset on the left-hand side. They'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer. He's fighting hard for yards. He'll get up across the 45, and now a late hit. This is going to be on the Sakis again. Up at the 45-yard line, 46. So you're going to give him a 4-yard gain, and then it's a dead ball. This is going to be a 3rd down.
Sakis have a man down on the ground also.
Yep, they do have an injured man down. This is the 3rd personal foul against the Sakis in the contest, a late hit.
As much as they then wanted to go and hold back in Auburn, man, I was kind of surprised it didn't end up being offsetting.
I don't know, John. It's 3rd down, though, because they're going to give him that forward progress to the 46 and then call that a dead ball foul. So that will move the ball back near the 30. Let's see where they at. The 46. They'll be back at the 31.
Is it wrong to say if you're going to do something stupid in a football game, do it during the play?
Yeah. To the 19-yard line, Jaron White's the man down and hurt for the Sakis. 3rd and 19 is going to be the play here back to the 31-yard line. So Reinhardt will come in as the tackle and move Perry over to the guard spot.
That kind of looks like he's holding a hand arm there.
Yeah. Kind of that
hand
wrist.
Or wrist. Yeah.
Is Jaron White. It is 3rd down.
And a ways.
And 19 yards to go.
Wind the clock.
Now we'll bring the spread package on here. Out wide to the right is Taylor Graham. It's Helms and Archer on the left side of the formation. Petty's in the shotgun on this 3rd and long. He'll pitch it out to Edwards, looking for running room, finds a seam, gets a block on the outside, breaks a tackle. Across the 40, now dragged down out of bounds, and that'll be a free 1st down for the Sakis now. They're going to give Edwards the gain all the way to the 46-yard line, so a 15-yard pickup, and then they'll get another 15 as Auburn drug him down out of bounds.
Going to say, look, fellas, if you go over that line at the edge,
you got to stop.
You got to stop then.
It's like a cliff.
And number 52 for Auburn is going to come off as...
I think his helmet came off.
It either came off or he kind of came up and caught him under the chin, maybe.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds on the Trojans. Now to move the ball deep into Auburn territory. Should be around the 40.
40?
44, I would believe here. They're going to mark it off from the 45, so they'll call it right at the 40. How about?
They like the big lines, Charlie. They like the big lines. It's a big line crew.
1st and 10 from the Auburn 40.
Trading personal fouls and see if we can clean this game up.
Yeah, I would agree. First and 10.
Back
I
to
formation.
Yeah.
Take the snap. Hand it off the left-hand side. This is Foster on the carry.
Ooh, stood up.
He kind of bent backwards at the end to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play. It brings up a 2nd down and 5. Not a very big guy is Lane Foster, and you'll see on this run on the Northwestern Mutual Sheila Davidsmeyer replay, he kind of gets stood up right at the 35-yard line and bent backwards.
Kind of jammed his wrist too. He came off. Edwards comes back in.
2nd and 5 from the Auburn 35. Petty under center with 3:58 to play in the half. Hands it off to Davidsmeyer. Breaks a tackle. Has the first down. And more. Inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line. A gain on the play of 8 yards and a 1st and 10 for Davidsmeyer and the Sockies. Reinhardt coming back on the field now. And he'll put Perry to the bench. White's back out there.
A moment ago, yeah.
Under center is Jaden Petty on this 1st and 10. He will run the option play. Pitches it out to Edwards. Edwards is hit but gets forward progress here. Nice job by Auburn. They covered that much better than they had either the first 2 times the Sockies ran that. Near the 26-yard line, a gain of a yard on the play. Call it a 2-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 8.
They didn't bite as hard on Petty that time, and I kind of felt like he maybe could have gained some more if he would have kept it. No?
I think they had both.
They were
had
all
2 guys.
over him. Yeah, they had.
They played the play really well.
Yeah. Oh.
The Sockies get a 5-yard false start as the right end and the running back move, but nobody else did. And so that'll be a 5-yard penalty and make this instead a 2nd and 13.
Did you say on 1 or 2 there?
East. I thought you said west. Back to the 31-yard line. 3:04 to play in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 13 for Pittsfield. High formation again. If they go to that play action. They'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer along the right-hand side.
Not much there that time.
Yeah, nothing too fancy down near the 26, a 5-yard pickup. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Say not much, though. He gained 5 yards.
I was going to say,
yeah.
Never bad, but not much is 5 yards.
I'm thinking I had my eye on the wrong runner there.
3rd down and 8 for Pittsfield from the Auburn 26, 27-ish. Petty is back to pass. There's a hold. Petty throws it deep downfield looking for Allen. Allen is knocked down.
Yeah.
That'll be pass interference near the goal line. Connor Allen says it was. They'll not call a hold, so this will be a
10-yard
penalty and a 1st down.
Yeah. Is it 10 or 15? I never remember.
I don't know.
And different guys call it differently.
Maybe they changed it. I don't know.
It's a 1st down either way.
Definitely a pass interference right at the goal line. Referee says, let's get this microphone on. Hello. Pass interference. Defense. Humana.
If I echo like that, it's like Lou Gehrig's retirement speech, isn't it?
Down to the 13-yard line. That was a sad day.
Said we're going this way.
1st and 10.
10-yard penalty? Is that what we gave him?
Yep.
All right.
It was also very echoey, though.
Down to the 13 of the Trojans. 1st and 10 for Pittsfield on I formation. Petty under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to the deep back and Edwards. Edwards is met very quickly near the 11. Gains 2. 2nd and 8. He had 2 Trojans right on him in a hurry that time. Juan Gearhan on the stop. Here's Perry back in, and they'll bring one extra lineman on. No, they're going to put Owen Shaw to the bench for a quick breather.
They seem to be running those linemen off, get a drink, and maybe talk about what they're seeing with their coaches here.
2nd down to the I formation. They'll hand it off to Davidsmeyer. There's Dobson. Dobson that time was right in the backfield, met Davidsmeyer as he got the handoff, and it's going to be 3rd and 8. No gain, no loss.
He guessed right that time.
Dobson has been an impressive man on both sides of the ball here tonight. 3rd down and, how's it 3rd and 10 if you got no gain?
Huh? Well, it's 3rd and 9.5.
Okay, I thought it was 8 a minute ago. They'll run that inside handoff to Archer, and it's not going to work here at about the 10, a gain of a yard, and this will bring up maybe not even a yard, 4th and 8. It's like almost like a reverse jet sweep.
Instead of running all the way out, you cut back and
less yards running. Same result.
Auburn's not been fooled much by it tonight. 4th down and 8 for the Sockies from the Trojan 10. How many times that guy says it? The student section is not pumped up.
They're cold, they said.
Petty is back to pass. Now he's flushed out of the pocket. Penalty flag. Pass is incomplete anyway to Connor Allen, and this will be a turnover on downs for the Sockies, as the penalty will be turned down, and Auburn will take over at their own 10-yard line. So Pittsfield drives it down to the 10, but stalls out there with 27 seconds to play in the third. And the Trojans take over 1st and 10. I want to remind you about Real Net and Twine, located north of Pittsfield, across from the airport, your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, outdoor wall hangings, fountains, benches, and much, much more. Stop by and see the solid work done at Real Net and Twine, north of Pittsfield. Say hi to Rick and Tracy Reel. 1st and 10 for the Trojans from their own 10 with 27 seconds to play in the third. On the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard, it's Auburn 27, Pittsfield 13.
Did Smiling Rick stop smiling, Charlie?
He's still got a big smile on his face. Here's a handoff to the ball carrier. I believe it's Hunley this time. It's not. It's Venrick this time. He gets a gain of a yard on the play. They bring up a 2nd down and 9, and that very well could be the final play of this third quarter, and I believe that will be the case. After 3, it's Auburn 27, Pittsfield 13, as we're back with fourth quarter action on Central Illinois Sports.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Chris Nichols, managing broker and owner of PCRE Real Estate and Auction, has over 15 years of experience, specializing in selling hunting and recreational properties and farmland. Chris prides himself on combining buyers and sellers, both local and from around the country, to help both parties achieve their land investment goals. Chris takes the time to walk clients through the process of selling their property from start to finish, making the experience feel seamless and enjoyable. Contact Chris Nichols and PCRE Real Estate and Auction at 217-473-3777.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with DOT, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose DOT.
Ready to start the final quarter of play. It's Auburn 27, Pittsfield 13 on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. Auburn with the ball. 2nd and 9 from their own 11-yard line.
Sorry, their offensive line is so small. This man on this side is split out so far. He's almost on the road.
He's split out way to the left-hand side, isn't he? That receiver in Hunley.
I'm not sure his quarterback could throw it to him if he wanted to.
That's DiNardo.
That's DiNardo. Yeah.
Smith is in the slot. What do you want to bet? They get it to Smith, and DiNardo's blocking out here.
Yeah, we talked about earlier. Smith on the season has over 600 yards, about twice as much receiving yards as anybody else on the team.
Chains look like they've broken.
Oh, no.
We broke the chains. That's not supposed to happen until you're stretching them out to see if it's a first down or not.
That old trick chain in there.
The old Adelink.
The old Triopia trick chain.
He got it fixed. It's 2nd and, well, they gained about a yard. Chain's a little slower. Chain's a little shorter. Kern is in the shotgun here on the first play of the final quarter. 2 receivers out to his right, 2 to his left. He is back to pass. Throwing down the middle of the field. There's Smith. Incomplete. Sockies had a chance at that ball as it hit off of his hands and stayed in the air for a moment. As it is, it falls harmlessly to the turf and makes it a 3rd down and 9. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank here to help you with all of your auto, residential, And commercial loan needs, call Damon Emmerich, 217-285-4404. I've got an interesting stat for you in a moment, John. Here's Kern back to pass. Looking left now, flushed out of the packet by Archer. Kern going to tuck it and try to run here, and he is taken down.
They're going to call that a horse collar, and I completely disagree with that.
He did get taken down oddly. I don't know if it's a horse collar or not.
It's kind of high and low. I don't know.
I'm a long way away from it. I can't honestly tell you. He got it to the 21-yard line, so he picked up 11 yards, has enough for the first down, then they'll tack on 15 after that. So this ball will be up to the 36, where it'll be a 1st and 10.
What's our unique stat, Charlie? Is it the unique stat of the night? Are we going to make that a part of the game now?
Horse collar tackle. Rochester wins its 7th straight game, 4th shutout of the year, 55-0 over Lincoln. The Rockets have outscored Lincoln 171-0 in the last 4 head-to-head matchups between the two teams.
That's a lot.
Let's look at that last play. See if we can see what happened here. Kern, you see Archer flushed them out of the pocket, and then he got dragged down from behind. I couldn't tell if it's his jersey or inside the collar. Either way, that's what it was called, and it's 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. He definitely got dragged down from behind. Is it a horse collar? I don't know. Or you just drag him down from the jersey from behind. I couldn't tell.
Took a pretty good shot from the guy in front of him. That's what I saw.
Yep. I agree. Here's the handoff to Venrick as the Trojans keep it on the ground up to the 37-yard line. Again, a yard.
Trojans consistently going with run on first down.
Yeah, almost every time.
Like almost predictable there, isn't it?
Kern decided he didn't want to keep the ball that time.
Yeah, he said, actually, I'm going to hand it to you.
Yeah, he's like,
I don't really want that one actually right now. I am made to throw and to hand off. I am not made to run the ball and get tackled like that.
Well, they ran pretty well. He just needed to
He
get
did,
out.
yeah.
Maybe slide next time.
Kern in the shotgun here. He is back to pass. Looking to his left, pump fakes. Now is flushed out of the pocket. Looking to the right-hand side. Has it completed.
Man, Dobson?
Tackled.
No, he's back
Number
here.
5?
That's DiNardo.
DiNardo.
Up near the 43-yard line. A gain on the play of 6 yards. And it's a 3rd down and 3.
Auburn does a good job of moving their receivers around a lot, so it's kind of hard to tell. Anybody could be almost anywhere.
3rd and 3 for the Trojans with 10:40 and counting in this third period. And the Sakis jump off sides. Now Owen Shaw points at the offensive line and says, I think he moved first. The offensive lineman said, I think you moved first. And the referee tells us it is a false start against the Trojans.
All right.
Owen Shaw says, I would not lie to you.
I was watching the ball, I swear.
Oh, and some would call it luck. I like to call it luck, I guess. Back to the 37, and it'll be a 3rd down and 8. Let's see if you can see any movement there. Let's see. They're going to rush the line up. Sakis look like they're going to bring the blitz. And, oh, yeah, that left guard definitely moved. Here's Kern back to pass, looking downfield. High ball, incomplete. Too high. Too high.
Too high.
What do you mean too high?
I mean, he's not that tall.
Smith was the intended receiver. Brings up a 4th and 8, and Auburn, I believe, will bring the punt team onto the field.
That's the 3rd incomplete pass to Smith in a row.
Who is the punter, Charlie?
10:23 to play in the contest, and Pittsfield about to get the ball back here, down by 2 scores. Are you a little befuddled that Auburn didn't keep it on the ground a little more there, run some of this clock off with a 2-score lead?
Seems like it'd be a better idea, but they disagree.
I don't know much these days.
Well, you said it.
And now we have too many men on the field for the Sakis on the punt return, and they'll get a penalty here.
Huh, sometimes we like to play not enough.
It's better to play not enough. You don't get penalized for that one.
Huh.
Legal participation by the Sakis, and this is going to bring up a 4th down and about 3 now.
3?
You're Auburn, you might go for it.
Does make you think about it a little more. I'd still probably punt, but I'm pretty conservative.
They're bringing the offense back on the field. There they go.
Yeah, there you go.
To the 44-yard line on a 4th down and 3 yards to go. Wow. Pittsfield now late getting down the field on the defense. Auburn tries to draw them off sides. Kern's in the shotgun, and now a penalty flag in here.
They go back up.
I was going to say, is this going to be
Slide to the
false
right.
Start, and we're
Slide
gonna
to the left.
Crisscross, everybody, clap your hands.
5 yards this time.
Sportsmanlike.
Oh.
Sportsmanlike conduct against the Sockies.
What happened there? I mean, no.
I don't know.
Had to be something that was said. I would guess.
Matthew Edwards comes off the field. Zach Ferguson has his hands in the air like, what happened now? Edwards goes back on the field. And what happened?
I mean, nothing, I don't know. It had to be something that was said, but.
What could have?
You got to really be paying attention if you notice things that are said.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Pre-snap.
As it is, though, it's a detrimental penalty for the Sockies' efforts. Zach Ferguson now.
Auburn first down.
And the officials, they're asking for an explanation here.
Got to be, is that their fourth
15-yard penalty
foul now? Or
Zach
fifth?
Ferguson wants an explanation from the white hat.
From the man that called it.
And he is not a happy camper on the sideline. 1st and 10 from the 41 for Auburn. Wow, big call.
92 yards of penalties.
Big penalty against the Sockies a couple of times there. Here's Kern looking left. It is caught by Dobson. Breaks a couple of tackles. Now Archer comes in to finish him off down near the 32-yard line. A gain of 9 on the play. It'll bring up a 2nd and 1. I'll tell you, I have no idea what happened on that play that resulted in a 15-yard. It was, pre-snap.
Yeah, the only thing could have been something said, but.
Is it?
You got to really pay attention to that if you're.
Is it unsportsmanlike? Let's say if you're acting like you mimic the snap count call.
Maybe.
If you're trying to draw them off like that, trying to get them to make a movement. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out after the game. They'll hand the ball off for the first time tonight.
Hundley.
It's Hundley. Hundley wearing the number 3. He'll take it down near the 31-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play should be enough for a first down. But they'll say that it's not.
It's going to be very close.
Not close enough to the big line.
Does this not look like a first down? Yeah, they're going to move
looks like a first down. I was like, I don't know.
Well, it wouldn't be.
I thought they were going to measure maybe.
Yeah. Well, with the chains a little shorter than they were, they would definitely be first down.
Remember, we took that link out. We're good now.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line now for Auburn.
The man says I'm cold. Roll the clock.
9-10 and counting. Trips left. Kern will hand the ball off. He'll keep it himself on a good read. Still on his feet. Tripped up, taken down near the 23-yard line. A gain of 8 on the play.
Justin Pinnickman, good stop there. Shoestring tackle.
2nd down and 2. Auburn trying to keep it on the ground here, get another score, and keep that clock moving. Up 27-13 on the PCRE Real Estate and Scoreboard. Or auction scoreboard. How about PCRE Real Estate and auction scoreboard? Scoreboard. Here's a fumble now on the snap. Pile forward. It looked like Kern had it, but there is a scramble for the ball here. And who's got it?
Tom Shaw says we have it.
Tom Shaw says we have it. Can you believe him? Owen was honest earlier. Is Tom as honest?
Tom's not that honest.
Let's see what happens here. They are on the pile, and they are signaling that it is
an unknown situation here.
Still to be determined.
The unknown kicker going to get it? Let's see.
A lot of guys at the bottom of the pile, but who has the football? They still have yet to signal.
There's no football.
Is the white hat going to signal?
It is going to be
no signal.
Auburn's ball.
Okay.
After all that, really no signal.
I mean, really. No. He says run the clock.
Ball will go
says
back.
3rd down.
Why did the clock stop? What are we doing?
Ball will go back to the 24-yard line and bring up a 3rd down and 3 on a loss of 1. 3rd and 3. Just over 8 minutes to play in this contest. Trips bunched tight to the left-hand side. Benrick has checked in as the halfback. Stands to the right of the quarterback, Kern, who's back to pass. Swing pass out to Smith. Smith is, it's going to be a hold.
It's coming back. Oh.
He's taken down near the sideline. Good gain on the play down to the 15-yard line, but a penalty flag behind the play here. And this one appears to be coming back.
It's behind the line of scrimmage also, so it'll be called from the line of scrimmage.
Depends on if it was a hold or
Oh, that's true.
a block in the back, I guess.
That's true. Oh.
Block in the back.
So that's a spot foul still,
Nope,
right?
nope, it was behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay. It's also from the line.
Because the rule change said that those penalties happened too far in the backfield, it'd be insurmountable for the offense. What about the defense? They didn't feel that bad about it.
They don't feel bad for them.
Don't keep going that far into the backfield and then make penalties, right?
Yeah, stop getting penalties in the backfield. That's my point.
Especially 10 yards down the field. I mean,
I don't think it teaches, I don't know, get discipline there. 3rd and 13. Around the 34. Out the 10-yard penalty. Back to pass is Kern looking for Dobson out of the backfield. He's got the catch to the 30, 25. Runs over a man and is down near the 20-yard line.
It's going to be real close to first down again.
We'll call him at the 21-yard line. A gain of 13 on the play. If that's true, that should be a first down. They might need to bring out the chains. Referee's saying it's 4th and the yard. Not going to measure here. I mean, it has to be very close. The line of gain is the 21, and it looks like the nose of the football is darn near the 21 to me. 4th and a yard with 7:09 and counting. Kern will be under center. He takes the snap, hands it off to the deep back. Dobson, who's got the first down. He's a big body guy, isn't he? He's got it inside the 20 down near the 18-yard line. Gains 3, he needed 1. And a first and 10 for the Trojans.
Dobson is everywhere today.
He's a load, that is for sure. Dobson is listed at 6'2", 222 pounds.
And he's mostly a receiver.
Ish.
And a linebacker.
Estimated.
Yeah.
There actually are 0 heights or weights listed for Auburn. We've made up every single one of them the whole night. I think he's about 6'2". I'm going to guess he probably weighs around 221 pounds, if I had to guess.
0.7.
Trips left.
Low snap.
Low snap, yeah, but picked up. Vendrick will get the handoff. He breaks
still
the tackle
on his feet.
now. Ball comes loose.
Ball.
Pittsfield's got this one. Sockies
There
have this
we
one
go.
as the fumble comes their way. I think Connor Allen's the man to get in on the recovery this time for the Sockies. And Pittsfield will have it 1st and 10 after it looked like Auburn was going to try to milk most of the clock out here. Vendrick made a valiant effort here. Had a good run. Broke through this first line of tackles, and you see right at the end of the second one, Archer strips him, and Allen recovers the fumble. So it's 1st and 10 for Pittsfield from their own 11-yard line with 6:41 to play.
It's like the Sockies will come out.
What are we giving him on that? Like
in the spread.
7-yard run?
7-yard. Yeah, they have to. Here, you got to try to move the ball down the field in a hurry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pittsfield. They have 2 receivers to the right, and they are a wide receiver short. 10 seconds on the play clock, and the Sockies are going to be forced to call a timeout here, I believe. Unless they get set in a hurry. Petty calls him set. Back to pass. Does get it off in the nick of time. Catches it out there, but the man's knee was on the ground.
Yeah.
Up near the 15-yard line. That is
Helms
on the catch. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 6. 2nd down and 6 yards to go for the Sockies. Cook comes on as the quarterback now for Pittsfield. He had a couple of plays in the first half near the end of the half. Has Edwards lined up to his left. Tucker Cook takes the handoff. He'll keep it himself running along the left-hand side. Now is tripped up, taken down up near the 17-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. And it'll be 3rd down and 4. Petty will come back on now on this 3rd and 4 with 5 minutes, 52 seconds on that clock rolling here in the 4th.
The bell tolls for the 3rd down here in Auburn.
Allen and Moore now going to split out wide to the right along with Graham.
Everybody needs to have a real bell.
Petty's back to pass, looking for Allen. Allen looking for blocking, but doesn't get it out there. And is going to lose back to the 16-yard line. A loss of a yard on the play and brings up a 4th down and 5.
His other 2 receiver friends out there forgot to block, and he did not find anything there.
Pittsfield will punt. Now they won't punt. Now they're going to call a timeout. And not punt. They're going to take the timeout instead. And at that point, you would think the Sockies will come back and go for it. 4th and 5 from their own 16 with 5:11 left of the contest. We're back with you after this.
Time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams County. Phone 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Shootman, Emily Matthews, and Brad Wellman. Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
At Game Masters in Quincy,
we're passionate about the outdoors.
Game Masters has the largest selection of gun safes in the tri-state area. That's right, everything from the vaults, vault doors, and safe accessories. Only the quality brands like Fort Knox, American Security, Browning, and Liberty. Come in and check out the displays or go to GameMastersOutdoors.com to check out the selection online as well.
Clothing, fishing, hunting, gifts, and more.
We're passionate about the outdoors.
Pittsfield going for it here on a 4th and about 5.
Tried to draw him off sides.
Petty now is back to pass. Looking to his left, trying to set up a screen. It's caught by Edwards. Has blockers out in front. Dives, and it looks like
reaches.
Looks like he's got it with the reach. Up near the 20.
First down,
man on this side says first down.
Up near the 23-yard line. Gain 7. 1st and 10. You know it's a first down when their chain guy said it was a first down. He was signaling first before the referees were. 1st and 10 from the 22. We'll call it officially.
It's like, look, guys, I'm looking down the line. I see it.
Petty is back to pass. Rolling right. Throws downfield. It's picked off. Sawyer Smith on the interception. Trying to get the wide side of the field now. 20-yard line. It is going to be taken out of bounds, but a big takeaway here by the Trojans.
Down to about the 5.
Yep. Petty might have tried to been a little too fine that time, and Smith used the long arms to snatch that one out of the air. And with 4:43 to play in the contest, that will just about do it for any kind of a comeback effort by the Sockies here. Let's take a look at it on the Northwestern Mutual Instant Replay. Yep, they're trying to hit the receiver and more, and Smith just stepped in front and snatched it right out of the air for the INT. So 1st and 10 for Auburn now, inside their opponent's 5. No, they're going to put it right at the 6, in fact. So 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Trojans trying to put another score on the board here. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Shotgun for Talon Kern. Hands it off to Venrick. Venrick sneaks through the right side, and he breaks a couple arm tackles and goes in for a score. Venrick with a touchdown. That's Caden Venrick out of that halfback spot. The 5'7", 139-pound junior with the touchdown. And that makes it 33-13, the Trojans, on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. And we're back to mystery kicker night.
The bad thing is their announcer has also not called him by name. It's just been, the kick was good.
He just literally said, on for the extra point. Pregnant pause. They have no idea who this kid is.
Hey, they're short a guy on the kick, too. It's everybody short a guy on the extra point.
Kick is low this time by that man
guy
wearing a mask.
Number 82 in a pink sleeve.
As it is, though, Venrick gets the touchdown for Auburn. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to play in the contest. It's the Trojans 33, the Sockies 13.
Before the TAVR, I was very active, worked out at the Croc Center. I would say less than a week. Well, of course, Amy tells me I couldn't do squats. She even wrote it in my discharge paper. Great big, sandy, no squats. So I did a couple.
Oh my word.
Don't tell her.
I knew she was going to, but I have the best job in the world to get to work with these patients.
Prairieland FS provides complete seed and application service. Our trained energy specialist, along with our crop specialist, can help you take your farming to the next level. Prairieland FS, your leading supplier of choice.
4 minutes, 38 seconds left in this contest. 33-13 Auburn on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard on a run by Venrick. After the interception, Camp Point Central beat Tropia 60-0. By the way, that Olympia Plains game that was so close for a half, it's now 61-21 Olympia. Now a missed kick. The man touched it before it went 10 yards. This will be a penalty on Auburn. This man here is putting his hands
really
in.
excited.
Brady Boylan is pumped about that 9-yard kickoff.
He's like, doggone it, it only went 9, didn't it?
Shoot.
Oh, man.
Shoot. Them boys are having the time of their lives.
It's our ball.
It'll be, well, not mine. I don't get it.
No, I know, but the Sakis were trying to figure it out. It was like some of them were unsure whether we're on offense or defense, or they were looking for the referee to give a signal, and he wasn't. It doesn't matter who it was recovered by. It only went 9 yards.
It was recovered by number 82.
It doesn't matter who it was recovered by because it only went 9 yards. So
it was recovered by some.
I wonder if that's
young man.
I wonder if that's Matty Littlejohn as the kicker.
I like how
Matty wears 50 in the JV, but Jeff Cocaine wears 50 in the varsity. So I wonder if that's Matty Littlejohn, a sophomore.
Littlejohn?
Also listed as a kicker. They'll pass it off to Allen on the right-hand side. He's caught and stood up quickly here from the 49 to the 47. Gains 2 on the play. And to bring up a 2nd down and 8. Connor Allen a little slow to get up there for a moment, but he's back on his feet.
It's going to come off as Archer comes on.
2nd down and 8 here for the Sakis. 4-10 and counting in this one. Petty in the shotgun. He is back to pass, looking right, little shimmy shake, looking downfield, and it is out of bounds. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 8. The defender was step for step with the Saki wideout in Graham. The ball was well overthrown here. Stops the clock. 3rd and 8 from the 47 of Auburn.
Not a catchable ball, but if you would have pass interference there, it still would have happened because there is no such thing as a catchable ball in high school, right?
It's a non-catchable ball, of course. They'll give it off to Edwards here. He'll gain near the 45-yard line. 2-yard pickup. 3rd down and 6. 4th down and 6. Something in 6. There's 6 yards to go. That's what we know for sure.
It's 4th,
and
according to the glowing box.
4th down. It's not a laser. It's a little light bulb that blinks. All right, here they go. 4th and 6. 2 wide to either side as Petty is back to pass. Looking for Graham, and they lose a yard. Nope, gain nothing to the 45. That little inside bubble didn't work for the Sakis that time. This will be a turnaround downs and a quick series for Pittsfield. Started at their own 40. No, started at their opponent's 47. Into their opponent's 45. And with 3 minutes, 29 seconds left on this one, Auburn can try to milk the clock here from their own 45.
Try to run a lot. Someone call timeout?
I think so.
It just seems like it's taking a really long time for Auburn to come on, and they
Auburn
haven't.
Yeah, they've done this every time.
Well, no, but they haven't started the play clock yet. Why did they not?
Because the ball was not officially set yet. Because the chains weren't officially set yet.
Oh,
yeah, he just
course.
blew the whistle. He just wound the clock.
Okay.
So now the play clock starts, and Auburn will come out, and they are
taking their time.
Need to hustle a hair here. 10 seconds on the play clock as Kern says, we got to
like,
go.
Hey, boys, let's go.
Auburn might have to take a timeout. 5, 4, 3, 2. Gets it off. Gives it off to Venrick. Venrick will muscle his way up near the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 8.
The referee tells old number 22 out here he's got to tuck his hood in.
Oh, I don't know that I'd have a hood on anyway.
It's okay for your hair to be out, but not your hood.
Yeah.
Be grabbed by that hood.
You can be grabbed by your hair, too.
Yeah,
grabbing them by their hair is legal.
That would hurt, but at least you want to go.
It's a chance that Forsey's willing to take.
Forsey with the skullet, I think is what he told me that was.
Yes, that is right.
It's a look.
Definitely a look.
Hand it off to Vendrick again. He's got a big hole right up the gut this time, and he'll be taken down inside Saki territory to
after the first down.
40-yard line. A pick above 13 yards. John told you it's a first down. Wasted a good surprise on you. 1st and 10.
The chains weren't moving yet, though, so.
Vendrick a little slow to get up here as he comes off the pile. He's okay, though. Clock rolling with 2 minutes, 33 seconds left in this one. Here comes R.J. Allred onto the field along with Bodine Marable to play the linebacker spots. Jake Otker's also on the field. He's looking around. You seen that little Spider-Man meme that they're both in the Spider-Man costume pointing at each other? That's what he just did with Connor Allen. Like, hey, I'm here and you're here. That can't happen. New quarterback in for Auburn is Jack Jones. Ball will be handed off to the first back through. Was it Benrick again?
No, he checked off.
Number
Hunley? Nope, 7.
7 is Noah Hunley.
Oh, well, see.
He'll take it to the 36-yard line for a gain of 4.
It's handy.
Brings up a 2nd and 6. These teams will play in JV ball on Monday night. Freshman game was a fairly competitive contest last night. I don't remember the final score. Auburn won that game, but
it was back and forth, though.
It was, fairly competitive.
Had a big running back that really carried the load.
Yeah, that was Chance Chrissy. He is a freshman. He stands at 6 foot, 197.3 pounds. Here's a handoff to Hunley.
I'd say that was pretty accurate, actually.
He gets a 2-yard gain on the play to the 34 and brings up a 3rd down and 4.
He looked like a large, solidly built young man for a freshman.
Yeah, there are absolutely 0 heights and weights listed on Auburn's rosters. So anything that happens is a guess.
Using the WAG method.
Yep. 3rd down here, 4 yards to go, with a minute to play in this contest. The quarterback in the shotgun here is Jack Jones. He looks at the back judge, says, "You're not going to count, are you? We have a play clock. That's your job. It's what these computers do these days. Self-checkout, play clocks.
Snap.
What's next? High snap. Man wrestled down in the backfield. Cordell McKee back there along with Jake Otker in on the stop for the Sockies. Back to the 40-yard line. Lost 6 on the play. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 10. And I believe that will be it in this contest.
He says I don't have to run another play.
Yep, there's 27 seconds on the play clock and only 22 left on the game clock, and that's the final play in this one. The Auburn Trojans pick up that 5th win that they needed. They beat the Sockies 33-13. Pittsfield drops to 0-7 on the season. They'll have their final home game of the year next Friday against Porta. We take you to the postgame show presented by Blessing Health System, where we have final stats and more next.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state-of-the-art. Wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number 1. I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Golf course has been around since 1957. When we looked at doing the deck outside, we looked at a lot of different options, but everything led back to Pike County Lumber. We looked at quality, price, and service. We wound up going with Tamco, composite decking. Pike County Lumber was great to work with.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
This is Colt Mixer from Mixer Lumber Company in Clayton, Illinois. We have been selling grain bins for over 40 years. Our company provides years of experience, service, and quality products you can count on. GSI Grain Bins are a trusted company and are now offering their winter discounts. This is the time of year to order your new GSI Grain Bin. Mixer Lumber Company, where we treat people the way you want to be treated. Give us a call at 217-894-6412.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Tell my mom to pick me up soon.
Welcome back on the postgame show presented by Blessing Health System with locations throughout the region. And specialty care, hospital care, and express care. Blessing Health is here to serve you. close to where you live. Learn more at blessinghealth.org. Final this one, Auburn 33, Pittsfield 13. The Sockies actually had a pretty good stretch there at the end of the first half, started the second half, pulled this down to a 21-13 game, but Auburn finishes the game on a 12-0 run, and they move to 5-2 on the season. The Sockies drop to 0-7, and again, they'll be at home next week as they'll play host to Porta at Glenn C. Smith Field on what will be senior night for Pittsfield. Here on the postgame show, Justin Poore has a look at some final stats.
Pittsfield Sockies had 16 first downs on the night and led the way rushing most of the night. 46 carries for 184 yards. Matthew Edwards led the way with 70 yards on 17 carries. Lane Foster had 4 carries for 22 yards. Javen Petty had 2 carries for 7 yards, all in the first half. Jesse Davismeyer had 15 carries for 58 yards. Luke Archer had 4 carries for -1 yards, and Tucker Cook had 4 carries for 28 yards. Javen Petty was 10 of 16 on the game for 58 yards passing, had 1 interception. Connor Allen led with the receiving yards with 30 yards on 4 targets, 3 catches. Carter Frazier was targeted once and did not have a reception. Taylor Graham has targeted 4 times with 2 catches for 9 yards. Isaac Helms was targeted twice with 2 catches and ended up with 0 yards on the night. McKevley Moore had 4 targets, 2 catches for 11 yards, and Matthew Edwards targeted twice, caught the ball twice for 12 yards. Sockies were penalized 92 yards on 8 penalties. Auburn Trojans had 18 first downs tonight, had 24 carries for 101 yards. Their rushing leader was Caden Vendrick. 22 of 28 for 261 yards passing was Talon Kern, number 6. Their leading receiver was number 88, Sawyer Smith. He had 89 yards on 12 targets, followed closely by Grant Dobson, number 11, who had 5 targets for 62 yards. The Trojans were penalized 9 times for 75 yards. And that will do for your stats here tonight.
Well, again, the Sockies were within shouting distance there in the third quarter, but Auburn did what they needed to do down the stretch and win this one 33-13. Time to name our player of the game. It's presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, parents, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this. That's why Derek Harris is a proud sponsor of the player of the game on Central Illinois Sports. And John said several times he was everywhere, and Grant Dobson was everywhere tonight. Offense, defense, kicking, he did it all. He's actually out there right now getting ready to mow the grass. He is our player of the game, presented by Edward Jones Financial Advisor Derek Harris. That's going to do it from Auburn tonight. For Justin and John, I'm Charlie Hull, thanking you for joining us. Auburn beats Pittsfield 33-13 on another Central Illinois Sports presentation.